KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Keary.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
This is KSL Brightside, the after party. But it's before. With Ethan and Alex on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller here with Alex Keary. And thanks so much. Hold on, let me move into the camera a little bit. That camera's sitting weird on me today. I can move all the way over here. It's okay, you don't have to move the camera.
No.
I can move myself.
That was him. That's a passive-aggressive way. No. You stay right there.
I would
I'll
like
get
you to
it.
know I move the camera almost every day because you're in a different position.
Hey.
Where do
no.
I usually sit?
Wherever you want. That's the thing. It's wherever you
I
want.
will adjust it however.
We'll do whatever Ethan
right.
does, everybody.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, let's talk a little bit about socializing.
What?
Let's talk a little bit about socializing. You ready for this? Have you ever wondered what is the exact right amount of hangout time that you need with friends for your mental and emotional well-being?
I've never thought about it. I've definitely been at places where you're bummed when the hangout ends. Like if somebody has to leave early for something, you're like, oh, I haven't seen that guy in a long time. Oh, shoot, didn't get to hang out. Or you have to leave early and it's a bummer because you don't want to be the one who leaves early when you guys are all having a good time. I've also definitely been a part of the ones where you're sitting there and you're going, this should have ended so long ago and I wish everyone would leave. That happens too. But I don't think to myself, you guys, we've already hung out the appropriate amount of time. Everyone leave because after right now, science says we won't have a good time. Now, if you say that out loud, you definitely won't have a good time.
In 2026, a study was commissioned by Madre Excepcional. They surveyed people in Great Britain.
Right.
And they discovered that the ideal time for hang out with friends is 84 minutes.
Oh, okay. Why that?
They said that is enough time to cover all the essentials that make that catch-up feel worthwhile. 84
Cover
minutes.
all the essentials.
But who has 84 minutes per day?
No, not per day. I think this has got to be like, okay, so, ask yourself how many actual friends you have in 2026, Ethan. Like, let's be honest.
Well, let's see. There's you, Caitlin.
Who else? That's it.
That's kind of
That's it, man. And the thing is that it does. You get like, you get a little bit ruined by, I don't know, like for me, we don't hang out a ton with other people. Yeah. And that's not to say we don't hang out. What it means is though, we don't have a lot of time for, like we just have our own family stuff. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So does your opinion of this 84-minute hangout time, does it change when I tell you that Madre Excepcional is a beer company?
Ah. So are they trying to say hang out 84 minutes and... Yeah. You see, Ethan always dives in. Are you okay over there? Like, is everything all right?
I had to plug in
Did
my
your family,
computer.
is there a family emergency or what's going on?
No, it's...
Okay, now I got to look at the camera again and see where you're at. There you go.
I'm okay. It's a beer company, which...
It does not affect me. Like,
it doesn't
I'm not
affect
mad
you?
about
You don't
it.
feel
No,
like
no.
they're recommending an extended period of time because they feel like you'll be drinking during those
no.
84 minutes?
No. I don't look at it and think, oh, I don't look at it like that. So
in descending order, people ranked favorable conversation topics like this. Number 1, family updates. Number 2, friendship group gossip. Number 3, work news. Number 4, relationships. And number 5, upcoming travel plans. Is that how you would rank them?
I don't know about ranking them, but they hit all the big ones.
I would do upcoming travel plans number 1.
As soon as people show up, you go, where are you guys going? Because we're actually going to
If I could, I would.
Netherlands.
If I could, I would. The only reason why this list makes sense is because for etiquette purposes, for social niceties, you can't go straight to your upcoming vacation, right? You have to ask about their family. So that's why it says number 1, family updates. It's not that you may not necessarily care, but you know that they care, right? Isn't it nice to ask someone about the people who are close to them? I think that's why we do it, because that is the nice thing to do, right? Show some interest. Like I might say, Alex, tell me about your family in as few words as possible.
Okay, so I found this article around something that I want to ask you about. It's why it's so hard for so many men to form close friendships when they're older.
Oh, I know exactly why.
Why?
But tell me.
Well, this one says they face challenges in developing, maintaining close friendships. They have a lot of contacts, but situational pressures, gender norms restrict expression. You feel like that's the case? And then men, especially older ones, should evaluate their communication patterns and friendship promoting activities. That sounds like everyone's wife wrote this. It's like you should get more friends. Men should reevaluate their communication patterns and friendship promoting activities. What friendship promoting activities are there when you're in your mid 40s? Like you and I, mid to late 40s, what friendship promoting activities are there for you and I to promote friendship? Like finding new friends
This is challenging, yeah.
Finding new friends right now, it's not, it doesn't sound as annoying / like I can't even wrap my brain around. My wife and I have this discussion all the time. It's like, hey, can't get divorced. You know why? Like if we had to go back to the dating scene in 2026,
you'd be terrible at it.
Not just terrible. All of it sounds absolutely annoying. All of it sounds like too much work. All of it sounds, I've already done the work. You know what I mean? I've already put the effort in. I don't want to have any more. And it's the same thing with friends. Like I have close friends, but making friends as an adult is a pretty hard thing to do.
And I know why.
Why?
So there used to be easier for men. There used to be a lot more fraternal organizations, clubs and things like that. Those have largely disappeared. That element of civil society has largely disappeared.
Like what? Are we talking about like what was the thing on the Flintstones?
Yeah.
It was the Buffalo, it was the Water Buffalo
Club. The Water Buffalo Club, yeah.
Yeah. Masons.
Things like that.
Well, you and I have joked about joining the Masons.
I'd love it.
Just to be, just
get me out of the house.
I want to be a part of Stonecutters, you know?
Should we just start the Stonecutters?
Actually, let's just open a Stonecutter. Let's see if we can get that whole thing going back again. And then that would be our club. We just bring people back.
You know what we do? We set up the whole thing, the original Stonecutter sign. We just leave the door locked. It is a Stonecutter, but it's actually a secret organization.
And it just says coming soon. And people are like, I heard, dude, I saw the building. And you're like, no, you didn't.
And then
this
for
is
years,
like training table that teased us.
For years, people would be like, what's going on with the Stonecutter? I heard it was some kind of cult.
And you'd be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But you actually do, when you are a part of Stonecutters, you actually do get scones as part of the initiation. You get scones with the sandwiches.
And a knife to cut them. You get scones and a knife.
Okay,
Stonecutter.
But the reality is that you and I, going out and finding friendships, right now, like all of our time is dedicated to our family unit. There's no, it's
I have time.
Or work. And so it's not a.
I have time for friendships. I do.
You do?
I could. Here, there are a few things that are against us. Number one, there is social pressure on men. There's social pressure on men to kind of keep them in line. They're basically, in Utah, there are basically 3 places that a man can be at any given time. Number 1, at work. Number 2, at home or with a family member. Number 3, at church.
And if you're not in those places, do you feel bad? Is that what it is?
I think that you are subtly made to feel bad.
I don't think it's even
because
subtle.
Isn't there something better you could be doing with your time? Can you be helping your kids with homework, something like that?
This is why going to golf,
all kinds of things.
This is why like the jokes of going to play golf on a Saturday, and wives are like, yeah, no, it was awesome. He took 7 hours to go golf while I was.
They're jerks about it.
I was hanging out with
women. Women are jerks about golf. Now, here's something else too: is that there's another element of pressure as well. The most successful men's like organic groupings of men that I see that see each other regularly.
Sports.
Yes.
Okay.
It is some kind of athletic thing. They are running together. They're cycling together. They are.
I thought you meant like
they're in a soccer league.
I thought you meant they were like going to, but also like
no. They're doing something, some physical activity together.
Okay.
It's a hiking group, something like that. And so if you're not like a physical activity guy, and I'm not a physical activity guy. I mean, I can stand up, sit down, do all the things. But I'm not going to join a running club just to be with other guys. And so it's so the health aspect. Well, I'm doing this to be healthy, so I'm getting out. I'm with other guys. I would love to just have a group of guys that I saw on a regular basis. And we didn't do any of that. We just sat and talked about things. I mean, there are things that I love to talk about. I love to talk about history and politics and religion and philosophy and all these things I love to talk about.
Nobody wants to get together and talk about, though.
You might have a group.
No, for sure you have a group. Go on Facebook and find that group, because then you guys can go hang out at.
I'm not on Facebook. See, this is the problem. The universe is conspiring against all of us. And so but then you're with these other guys. It's like, why aren't you with your family? I mean, look, this guy's out with his friends, but look, they're running.
Boys' night is healthy, but as long as you're doing it healthy. I am a big supporter of healthy hobbies instead of unhealthy
Like what?
gatherings.
Just
Like going and drinking.
Oh, I think
That's what I see.
going, making and eating frosting. That's
what it
terribly
means
unhealthy.
is Caitlin's ready to judge me for hanging out
I'm
with
not
guys
judging you.
that are not in a healthy way.
No,
This guy's
no.
already.
I'm not
This guy
judging
already
you.
feels bad.
I'm
This guy already
giving you
feels
my
bad.
opinion that I do like the healthy
Okay.
hobby.
All right.
But
I was
I
just
don't
saying.
not like
Hey
the other
guys,
hobby.
don't feel bad. Go out and hang out with your friends. Go to golf sometimes. It doesn't need to be every Saturday. By the way, your golf day doesn't need to be every Saturday or Sunday for 8 hours a time. But let these guys have something. You know what I mean? Because like I think that like for us, here's the unfortunate thing. I say unfortunate. It's actually it's a blessing. All right, I've got young, healthy kids that have a lot of activities going on. And I've got to be the one typically, I say I've got to be the one. My wife and I have to split up every Saturday for some amount of time, at least at some point, to take our kids to different activities because there's so many dang kids and there's so many dang activities. And so we can't, and I want to be at those activities. Yeah. And so, and I'm coaching with some guys, but like we're not like close friends. Yeah. We kind of barely know each other and it's fine. And the thing that brings us together is we're coaching our kids' sports team. Anyway, regardless, come on, guys. Let's all figure out a way to hang out so we don't mentally crash.
Right.
You know what I mean? All right, Millard. What else do you have?
Okay. Next up, we're going to pivot up to the University of Utah and their neurorobotics lab. They've got this amazing new technology. It's a bionic technology. It's basically a brain machine nervous system interface, and they call it the life under kinetic evolution.
What's that mean?
It is an acronym. It is Luke. Ah. So do you remember Luke lost his hand and he had a bionic hand? That's what they're doing. They're creating these bionic
Luke,
hands.
As in Skywalker.
Skywalker, yeah. Mm-hmm. So they're creating these bionic hands. Now the idea is that it's a brain interface, and so what happens is you can think about moving the hand will move, and then there is a sensory feedback. So you can actually feel in your nervous system that sense of touch because the way they have it kind of wired to your brain.
I'm trying to think
about.
Okay.
Watch the video?
Yeah. Oh,
you want to see how?
If you want to
know how it works, they mount the hand directly to your head.
Yeah, I want to see how this thing works.
Of course, they don't mount it directly to your head.
No,
everyone's just going to roll past that.
I thought that it was going to have because I thought that was true. I was
trying to make a brain interface joke.
No. I thought that's how they worked.
You have a hand on your head.
Not the hand on the head. I thought you meant like they put the sensors, the ones that like read your hand, your head.
Yeah.
Don't poke a robot hand; it's not going to feel it. All right, keep going.
It actually does in this case.
Let me see. Oh, ow.
Controlled by thoughts.
Oh, see?
Isn't that amazing?
Grab it. Oh, he has a lightsaber.
Grab it, smash it.
Ball.
Engineers at the University of Utah and its contributing part.
But what's amazing is
Oh my.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What's amazing is the patient, right, can actually feel a sense of touch, which is new because typically with prosthetics, there's no sensation, right? I don't know, man. It's wired into your brain in this weird thing. It's the brain interface.
I'm trying to ask.
It works through a brain interface.
Yeah, I know.
If you can't grasp that, I can't help you.
How much is the most expensive? We don't call them bionic hands. We call them prosthetic hands.
No, these are bionic hands.
Prosthetics, I guess, like a step.
Right.
Is it a step down?
I think that using the term prosthetics is still the
prosthetic
proper way to do it.
hand.
Yeah.
Bionic hand is trying to sound cool. It means prosthetic, right?
Yeah.
No. Prosthetic hand is what the
top
guy
end,
had on.
No, you're right.
So
a cosmetic. Yeah. What's it called? The Bionic Man.
No. The prosthetic is the guy on Happy Gilmore. That was a prosthetic.
Bubs.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Chubbs.
Yeah.
That's a prosthetic hand.
Okay.
This is bionic hand.
Okay, this is cosmetic prosthetic hand, which is what Chubbs had. I think we can all agree Chubbs had a low end You can get
Well,
that
it
between.
looked nice.
No, it didn't. Remember, it was all busted and wooden.
Technology is improving.
It got smashed up, but like when you first met him, it looked nice. They had a nice skin
Well, you
tone
remember how
match.
long? You remember how long the hand was, like in the. Well, anyway, they tried to make it look crazy.
Yeah.
Cosmetic prosthetic hand is between $2,000 and $5,000. The body-powered prosthetic hand is between $3,000 and $10,000. Advanced myoelectric hands, which we're getting into the Bionic hand, is between $20,000 and $100,000.
So
Top-end Bionic systems can cost you with premium microprocessor controlled prosthetics which is what we're talking about here, is between $180,000 to $250,000 per hand.
And I'm glad you brought up the cost, because one of the problems is the university might have to end this program
Because of the cost?
No, because they were relying on some grants from the National Institutes of Health,
And they're
and
gone
those
away.
have been cut by the White House.
Elon Musk,
Yeah,
former Elon Musk.
or whoever it is.
Well, bring it back. Let's get it going again. I like the idea.
Apparently, advancing medical technology is socialism. So
why
we
would we
can't
do
it.
that? Why would you do something like that? No, I think it's really cool. I think it's awesome that it's happening here as well. When you see these types of videos, though, do you think to yourself, "Yeah, that's really cool"? The average person is not going to be able to not just pay for it, but the average person, like I feel like it's like making a concept car.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that is such a cool hand. They're like, awesome. When can we get one for my son? And then they're like, in the year 2034. Like, that's kind of where we're aiming.
Or,
you know what I mean?
Or, my favorite is with the car companies. They'll make this amazing concept car and they'll say, "Oh, when can I buy one?" Never. We're not actually
making
manufacturing
that. We
this
just
car.
wanted to make it for the car show.
We
And
wanted
you're like,
we wanted
what?
to show you how cool this car can be and then make it a lot worse.
But production-wise, this would be stupid to make. And you're like, so what do you do it for? Just for you to click on the website. It's what it is.
Yeah.
Now, my wife worked at Ford. She did her
An internship
at Ford, and they were working on cars. Like, she was there in 2007, and they were working on cars that were like in 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
So that's how far ahead they had to look, and then, I mean, that's how far they had to like kind of go in the future for when it came to like getting those models produced.
Yeah.
That's why it takes so long. Same thing with I think the Bionic hands, where they're like, yeah, the technology gives us this. And while it's moving along rather quickly, in terms of producing it, the way we have to produce it is this way. You know what I mean? So, anyway.
All right, let's pivot one more time. Well, maybe two more times, but
Okay.
another time here.
What do you have?
I want to introduce you to a dog named Ginny Lou, who has been crowned for 2026 the world's ugliest dog. And I think Caitlin has some photos to show.
This is, okay.
This dog is not that ugly. It just has its tongue hanging out.
There were uglier ones, which I'll show you.
Which I will also say, Caitlin, like me, was like, "Oh, so cute."
This dog
And then
has
I'm
a
like, then they're
backstory,
out.
though.
Then they're out. They all have
They're
backstories.
cute. I'll show you.
But this one is
all these
weird.
dogs were probably approached with, "Hey, you should probably put this dog down." All of these owners were approached with it. Like, this is the cleft palate, like
I'm not
Chihuahua.
Sure what the name of
His name's
this is.
Otto. His name's Otto.
See, that's much
Otto.
uglier, but that's a little
This
bit
is
gross,
just
though. You can see
videos.
inside the sinuses. That's a little
Okay,
gross.
jeez.
Well, I
With
mean,
the
there's one thing
descriptors.
between being ugly and revolting, and those are not the same
See,
things.
now look, when they have the dogs that have like a limp and stuff, they're gonna win these contests. You know what I mean?
What's
What's going on with that dog?
Here's what's interesting about Ginny Lou
Yeah.
is Ginny Lou was a rescue dog. Guess from where?
Salt
This
Lake
is
City,
no
Utah.
joke. No.
What? Where?
A meat market in South Korea.
That is not true.
Yeah, it's true.
Ew. South Korea? I thought they were more advanced than this.
It was a meat trade. That's what they said, meat trade. Which I didn't know pugs were
Well,
good
that is
eating.
no. I think that there are corners of the world where dogs are still traded in. Yeah, meat wise. Did you say meat tray?
Meat trade with the
Meat
D.
trade. Okay. Yeah, because you can get a meat tray at Harmon's. Different thing, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about a different.
This is a different kind of meat tray, yeah.
Meat trade. I didn't want to invoke Harmon's name. I was just saying it sounded funny that you said meat trade. So when you say these dogs just won this contest and they're the ugliest dogs, did they get money for it? Oh yeah,
They get like $5,000.
Are we? Have pets become more important than people? This is a true. I'm asking. Because Caitlin has a cat that she likes more than humans.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, they don't talk.
I know they don't talk, but I'm just saying, like, I'm familiar with how animals work, but but my question is have we shifted so much? I mean, people have adored pets and animals for, millennia. But my question is that have we gotten to the point now where we like animals more than we like humans, right?
Sometimes. Some people do. I don't. I still prefer humans.
You and Judy and Jack in your house, Ruby prefers She prefers the animals over human contact.
Ruby's a
right?
teenager, and she just loves the dogs. Here's the problem. And I love our dogs too. But you know what humans don't do? Poop in my backyard.
No, that's true.
They never do that.
I bet so. You know what?
They've never once done
the
that.
chances of that happening are probably not zero, though, that they happen.
Well, it could, right? Someone could jump over the fence and defecate in my yard.
And
that
go,
could happen.
That's
but,
crazy. Your dog has such huge defecations.
I think the reason that we might like pets more, and this depends on the animal, is they just don't know anything other than loving you. It's cheesy, but like, you're
right.
Most of the time.
Yeah, that's true.
My cat, for example, yells just to get my attention, which I think he's selfish and just wants treats. But dogs, they're just so happy to see you all the time. So that's why we probably like them a little bit more.
My siblings and I always make jokes that are like, because we used to claim that like at some point when something's going wrong in life, the dog was always like, they'd be like, you're the only one who understands me, and the dog is like licking itself, and you're going, that's and they don't judge you, right? Here are the reasons why. They said humans are complex, and a lot of times we'll avoid complexities. We want just the simple, straightforward.
Yeah,
we want the easy relationship, and the easy relationship is the trust and predictability and loyalty of dogs. Although of dogs, because cats, trust and predictability are not part of the equation.
No.
Then what's Tom's thing? What's Tom's
he's
draw?
predictable that he's going to yell at me every morning and knock things off of my nightstand. But no, he's a sweet little cuddly boy.
Get up, you bum.
He literally every morning.
If humans did this, if somebody woke you up at 4 a.m. kicking stuff over, you would be like, "You're out of the house today.
Get me breakfast.
You're out of the house today."
I should lock the door,
so cute.
but he is. I just let him in.
Okay. Yeah.
But anyways, that's my specific cat situation.
Okay, so it's because human complexity is
Judy,
unconditional love and judgment-free connection. Judgment-free because they can't talk. If they could talk, they would judge the heck out of you.
Judy is a very, very old dog. Very old dog now. And she struggles to get up the steps to come back into the house. And she can get out okay. She struggles coming back in. But so people keep trying to, pick her up and carry her in.
Sure.
I insist on her. She's not really in any pain. It's awkward for her. And she needs to stay as strong as possible for as long as possible. And so I insist and I coax her to do it herself, right? Come up the stairs. It takes a while sometimes. And then I give her this treat. And we found these treats, which are the favorite treats. She's never loved a treat as much as this. And they are dried sardines you can get them at Trader Joe's. She goes gaga for these. And she will come up the stairs.
Is that a dog treat or is that actually
a dog treat?
Okay.
I'm sure it's a people treat too. They're just air-dried sardines. You could probably eat one if you're curious.
I mean, I like salty meats.
Then you'd love these.
Yeah, I know.
They're whole sardines, okay?
Yeah.
And so they're crunchy, and she just loves them. And so I would use that, and that's been an effective way of coaxing her up. But what happens is she's in the garage, and she'll start barking. She has a little, squeak toy bark now because she's so old. And she starts barking to let you know that, hey, I need to come in. I can't come in. And so, you can help her come in. And so I thought, well, I'll use these treats, and every time she goes out and then comes back in, then I'll give her this treat. And I thought she was understanding what this whole process was. But now she started in the middle of the night 2 or 3 times, just from inside the house wherever she is, barking her head off.
To get those treats.
Because she wants a treat. Because she thinks if she barks, I'll give her a treat.
Yeah, which is what you've been doing, which is what
I've been doing. But what I've been trying to reinforce is, hey, you made it. You got into the house. Good job. Here's a treat. She just thinks now she can bark for treats.
So have you been shutting her up now with treats in the middle of the night?
No, I don't even get up.
I thought you were gonna.
Because I can tell the difference.
Oh my goodness, I
can tell the difference between is she barking in the garage or is she barking in the house. If she's barking in the garage, I'll go out and help her in, and it's about twice a night now, and which is annoying. But what do you do? And then about maybe two more times, she'll just be barking in the house because she wants a treat. And
Thomas does that too. I think he just cries because he wants a treat, and I give him one.
So he's trained you, is what he's
Well,
done.
yeah, but I try to ignore him in the morning until he knocks all the
Hey,
things off my.
Do you have the PS5 or do you have an Xbox?
We're an Xbox family.
I don't judge because we don't have either of those things. We have a Switch in our house because we're still a little kid. Still a little kid console at our house, which I'm actually fine with. I would prefer the. I don't want to get too far into the deeper consoles because I feel like those are. But I'll go down a rabbit hole of playing games, or my kids would.
Yeah.
I think the what's it called, the Switch. I think the Nintendo Switch or the Nintendo Switch 2 is basically like it's the candy of the treat world, and people who are playing the other games are like sophisticated dessert people, and I'm not that person. But I didn't know the PS6 was still a thing. Did you know they're trying to figure out the PS6?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so I thought the PS5 just came out.
It
Is
did.
it? How long ago?
It just actually maybe I'm wrong.
I think that we were behind because now the CEO of Sony is saying that the PS6 release date is not to be decided yet and it's all because of RAM shortage. They have all these they have this hardware issue shortage.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that this was even a thing, but PlayStation 6 and their release date, I didn't know they were even pending whether they were going to get one or not.
So the PS5 originally came out November 12th, 2020, and then it says
an
upgraded PS5 Pro was released in 2024.
Yeah, and so that's
it's
not the
time.
same
That's why
thing.
I thought that
The
was.
PS6 is yet to be decided on what the release date is going to be because they don't have. We have to take action, says the CEO of Sony. Otherwise, we will not survive this landscape. They do not have so it's been a global RAM crisis. So all of the
there's memory shortage.
it's
Yeah,
chips,
for sure.
it's chips,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to take some action, and they blame the AI data centers for seeing those skyrocket. So the AI data centers are also stealing away the release date of your PS6s, man.
Yeah. Chip companies cannot keep up with demand right now. I mean, look at NVIDIA.
How much
Yeah.
do they're making a lot of money, huh?
SD cards as a photographer, videographer.
They're unavailable
so
or what?
SSDs, all of these things they're available. They're just so expensive.
Oh, they are. They've skyrocketed price-wise. Oof.
You know how much NVIDIA stock has grown since January of 2019?
128%.
You're really close.
What is it?
5,810%. You know why?
Because
they make chips. Ranch,
I was
barbecue.
going to say Ruffles. yeah.
Here's the thing, though, about the PS6, though. It came out, 6 years ago, whatever. I feel like these are very expensive devices. They should not release new ones every 5 years. It should be like 10 years, and they should last that long.
Well, yeah, they definitely don't last that long. But I mean, like the newest Xbox, how do you have an Xbox 360? Is that what you have?
I have whatever the newest one is. I got it last year, I think.
Okay, so and what is that? So what is that? What's that cost you?
Oh, I don't remember, but I can look it up real quick.
Is it like $400? The new consoles? Because I saw my college Xbox.
I think it's like 500 average.
We were at my in-laws' house this weekend, and I saw my college Xbox on the shelf because I gave it to my brother-in-law when he was like young. He was like in high school still. I was like, hey, play with this Xbox because I had it in college and you can have it. And I remember seeing it, and my kids were like, what is this? And I was like, that's the original Xbox.
With the monster
The green.
Yeah.
And I was like, and they're like, what do you even play on this? And then they started playing College Football 2004 on it. Mm-hmm. And they're like, this is awesome. These are terrible graphics. But it was almost like a novelty to them.
Yeah.
That they were playing this old school Xbox. And I remember thinking, oh, that's cool. And so when I saw there was a PS6 that is now available, no, not available. They don't know when it's going to be available because the chip shortage is so bad.
Well, and also PlayStation announced they're not going to do physical discs anymore. I just rememred this.
Yeah, they're doing. It's just all thumb. It's just all thumb drives. The PS6 thumb drive. Yeah,
they're cassettes.
Well, you could download it to the cloud, and then you don't own it. Yeah. You'll never be able to get it back.
Yeah.
But I will say that the PS or the Switch cartridges. Mm-hmm. I actually don't want those either because they're basically SD cards, and my kids just lose them constantly. They're just around. It's not that we've lost a bunch of them. It's that I just find them on the ground all the time.
The last few iterations of Call of Duty have been digital games downloads
Only?
for me. I haven't got the the discs, and I don't know that they make them anymore, the discs anymore. But It's
how
been
big?
fine.
How big are the Xbox discs? Are they like
They're
CDs?
CDs, yeah, they're
Or
CDs,
DVDs or whatever.
but Xbox is moving away from those as well, which is for Call of Duty. It's been okay because Call of Duty is an evolving game anyway, and they're constantly changing the game.
Have you noticed glitches or anything in the?
No.
Okay.
No, it's been fine. It's just that they're always introducing new elements and things like that, and so. I don't know. It makes a little sense. It makes some sense to move away from the CD because the games. It used to be you played this game till the next one came out, but now it changes so much while you're playing the existing game. They're constantly able to modify it and evolve it and change it, and I haven't minded that. I think it's cool.
Sure.
Sometimes it's a little bit annoying to sit down and there's a big change and you don't like it. I get tired of all the costumes that they have on on the players
skins,
and things like that.
The skins you can buy.
You're playing these games and like there's some guy with like a big cape and a big like headdress on. It's like, come on, But I wouldn't get into that, would I? I mean, that's not really for me. I like the violence. That's what I'm there for. And so, I mean, if someone wants to play this game and dress up like some kind of weird fantasy Roman emperor, whatever.
I just assume
eyes.
everything is who's Kratos? The god of war?
It's
weird.
weird. And like they've got these weird things with like these weird bone wings. They're like kind of it's so dumb.
But anyway,
and they're always
so dumb.
rolling these
But
things
anyway, check us out. Brightside's going to be at Comic-Con coming up here in or
yeah,
whatever the new games
FanX.
are.
I should do a room at FanX, like a special room at FanX, and we can get together and just talk about how dumb all the costumes are.
Millard, what's the next one here? Oh, we did a video on this. You can check it out on
Not
our.
posted
yeah.
yet, but it will
We haven't
be.
posted it, but we'll post
So
it.
apparently, there's a new insult that's Gen Z is using. It's called polyester. It is polyester. Polyester. They'll call something or someone polyester, and
What's it mean?
basically it means low quality or cheap.
Listen, what do you mean cheap? Like half the stuff that
in whatever way you could imagine a Gen Z
I think
person would
half the stuff that Patagonia makes is polyester and it's all expensive, right?
Well, see, this is the interesting thing is polyester is everywhere.
I know.
It is everywhere.
And they hate it too
Why?
because it's cheap.
Oh, it's well,
And it's also half plastic, pretty much. Is
Yes.
why people
or
don't.
it's a petroleum
or 100%,
byproduct.
or 100%,
I don't know what it is.
or 100% plastic. I mean, yeah. So what's the I mean, do you say, dude, she's so polyester,
Yeah.
or he's so polyester, his pants are so polyester, but they're not actually polyester? That necktie is so polyester. Be like, actually, it's a silk blend, but yeah, there's some polyester in it. I mean, it's just like everything else.
Anything that's perceived as fake, cheap, try hard, or lacking authenticity.
See, okay, so try hard. That's another. Somebody called my son a sweat at one point, and I was like, "Oh, is that an insult?" He's like, "It just means like you're
Trying
good.
really
You're
hard.
good at it." Well, no, it's like you're good at a thing.
What?
Too. Yeah.
I can't keep up with.
How
these
about this
things.
for you? I'm going to give you some terms, and you tell me what they are.
Okay.
You ready? These are all Gen Z. Should we let Caitlin participate? I feel like she'd know all these.
I should
Let's see.
Try
Okay.
your best. I probably don't.
Yeah, we know these. Mid.
What
something's
is,
mid-
So like meh? Is that what that
Yeah.
means?
If
It's like,
something's mid, it's average. Unimpressive,
average, yeah.
though. Yeah. Cooked.
Cooked is like toasted.
Yeah.
Like you're in trouble.
Yeah, like
you've been
it's over.
defeated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's over. NPC, what is this?
Non-player character.
So, somebody who's boring, robotic, incapable of
I don't
independent
know
thought.
that
Yeah.
one. That's a new to me.
What is it? What's it stand for again?
Non-player character.
So you're like it's a
Like
background.
imagine a video game
You're
and
an
there's
extra.
like one guy.
The one
So
who has
me?
no, like it's just that just walking by, like the square face is just part of the.
Yeah.
Okay, Delulu, you know that.
Delusional.
Delulu.
That's me every day.
Delusional. Oh, I didn't know that one.
Brain rot.
I mean, I guess it's self-evident, right? Your brain's rotten.
Someone whose mind has been ruined by too much internet content, specifically.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Social roast. Negative aura.
Negative aura.
Mm-hmm.
So aura is like your
The vibe.
the vibe.
Right. Now, if you have, oh, dude, that was a massive aura loss. That's
What
like
does that mean?
that's an embarrassing moment.
Mm.
It's an embarrassing moment.
That doesn't make sense to me.
A pick me
Oh, pick me, yeah, like.
Oh, yeah.
Someone who's desperate for attention.
Or so
Or
I've seen
approval.
this in social media, like people who are just trying to kind of play to one specific crowd.
Right.
I've seen it mostly in the context of women who post like pro male content.
Yeah.
That's where I've seen it the most. I've seen it on social media where women would be like, "Women, do you understand? Your guys just want to love you, but you are so tight. You are so wound so tight that you can't see how romantic they naturally are. That's a pick me." In other words, they want the boys to pick them.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. Or just or even the girls' attention.
Your take is so bad people disagree more than agree is you've been ratioed, right?
Oh yeah,
Never
that's
heard of that
ratioed's been around for a long
I am out
time.
of the loop, apparently.
Ratioed is if you get more comments than likes, then that means you got ratioed.
Oh yeah.
So
Crashing out, you know what that is
I do that a lot.
on this program. A yapper, that's what you and I both are.
Yes.
Talk way too much, right? I would be considered the yapper probably out of this group. A Sigma wannabe. I mean, that just says it right in the wording what it is. Someone pretending to be cool or independent is a Sigma wannabe.
Okay.
Mogged. I don't know what mogged. Mogged? You know what mogged is?
no.
If you're outclassed in looks, status, finesse, or presence. Again, we've been mogged. You and I are mogged. Completely outclassed in looks. Let me see here. These are
By who?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Glitch walking?
What?
I don't know what that is either. Glitch walking is acting awkwardly or strangely.
Oh, me. Okay.
Oh, okay. Touch grass
Okay.
means get off
Ground.
the internet and go outside, right? Dude, why don't you go touch grass?
I like to touch grass.
Go touch grass, bro. Skill issue. Your failure is entirely your own fault, and being a bot is being terrible at something.
Yeah.
See,
I
a
haven't
bot.
heard a lot
See,
of
I know a bot to me sounds like somebody who's just like you're. It's not that you're terrible at something; it's that you're like not even there. You know what I mean? Like you're just.
Yeah, but it's
All right. So these are all.
I'm familiar with this because so many of these multiplayer games will introduce bots as easy kills.
Oh, okay.
That's how I think of it.
And a bot is just somebody who rolls up and is doesn't even register. Doesn't even register on it.
Do you guys? This is like my generation, but like T. Is that still a thing?
T for Taylor Swift?
No, like T. Oh, that's T. That's my. This is.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
It's like drama gossip.
Oh,
I
like
don't think
the
this
tea.
is Gen
Give me
Z
the
guys.
tea.
This
you're
is
doing
how
like
I was thinking a letter.
teacup.
I thought
You're
you were
doing
doing a
like
letter.
teacup.
It's the tea.
Give me the
That's
tea.
when I say ooh tea.
Oh, that's
That means it's
some
kind
good
of
tea.
interesting-ish.
Oh, spill the tea, right?
Yeah, so this is not Gen Z. They're probably like a year sold.
Yeah.
But, like,
Yeah. No, I get
that's
it.
the one that I say still.
No, tea I think still works. I mean, Ethan and I we were not knowing what was going on, so I feel like we appreciate it. Now, our kids, the thing is we had insults. I'm trying to think of what were the insults that we used in the 90s? Or I mean, like, okay, what are some insults
Honestly, in the 90s, do you know what a large part of the insults were?
Tons of inappropriate
gay slurs.
Yeah.
I mean, tons of them. That was probably the predominant category back in the 90s.
And what's interesting is that, like, you hear some kids say them sometimes, and you're like slurs, and you're like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, slurs are back. Bigotry is back big time.
You mean like kids are?
Yeah, among young people, among young men especially, bigotry is back big time.
Okay, dork, geek, nerd, loser.
But you know what? They'll be embarrassed out of it because
dweeb, bozo, lame-o. No one used those back in the 90s, did they?
lame-o.
He's a doofus. A doofus, you could say. A butthead. Oh, a tool. That was a big one.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Posers. Remember calling somebody a poser?
Yeah,
that was
like an 80s one because that was kind of out of the skateboarding culture.
And if you called somebody a poser, it was fighting words. Like it was as good as fighting words, right? So
yeah,
knucklehead, wimp, chicken. Nobody used those.
Chicken.
I know.
I used to use it.
Bite
when I was
me.
a kid.
Take a chill pill. No duh. Psych.
No duh, psych. Yeah, I remember those.
That's
yeah.
weak. Yeah. All right. Oh goodness, we got to take the long break here. What do we have? Our 1 to 3 program now?
Yes, we do.
Miller, did you take your protein caffeine today?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm fading so much here. I think probably
need a
just
big
all this
energy
Gen Z,
burst.
all
I
the
felt
Gen
it.
Z talk.
I felt it.
It got you.
Let's play-
Okay.
We'll listen to Taylor Swift right after this.
No, we are not.
And get
No.
pumped.
Quit trying to be such a tryhard on the program, dude. I'm over here. He's a pick me over here on this program. All right, we'll take a break. We've got our 1 to 3 program. We're gonna go downstairs. We're gonna eat some candy on the way downstairs so we can get going here. But stay right here with us. More to go. It is KSL Brightside.
IRS, they tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids, no matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
Or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
Time now for the KSL In-Depth. Vita Menno Clinic is breaking ground on Utah's first clinic dedicated to women in midlife. Chief Operating Officer Tiffany Palmatier joins me now live. Thanks so much for being with me.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having us.
So tell us about this brand new clinic.
Yeah, we're so excited about it. I can give you a little bit of a backstory. We started Vita because my co-founder, Lisa, and I were personally affected by midlife changes that were extremely disruptive. And when we were looking for help and answers, we were regularly dismissed. And we realized, we're not the only ones having this experience. So for the last few months, we've been operating out of a temporary space here in Salt Lake City. And we're just thrilled to break ground on what we're calling our sanctuary. And it's going to be in Lehi, Utah.
So tell us what kinds of services you will offer.
Yeah, so we kind of take a holistic approach to women's midlife care. And really the thought is that we're helping women transition midlife through a series of various treatments. We have what we think is the most comprehensive set of diagnostics. We do bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. We look at metabolic health, sexual wellness, mindset coaching. It's just all of it, and it's all supported by a very sophisticated software that kind of ties it all together. And ultimately, we're helping women feel like themselves again, and then even better. It's just, and it's not like a one-time thing. We help women through an entire year-long program.
Yeah, describe for us kind of the struggles that women face during this time of their life.
Oof, that is a loaded question.
So many, right?
So many. And I would say women have historically just been really underserved medically, like in general, but certainly in midlife. Midlife is an incredibly important window for us to be thinking about our bone health, muscle mass, cardiovascular risk, cognitive health, so that we can all, age healthily. And so many of us women, we go to our doctors for help and we just get this dismissive, your labs are normal or you're just getting older, or worse, here's some Adderall for focus and an antidepressant for, your happiness. But we don't think it has to be that way. And there's so many symptoms in midlife more than what we hear about, just like, hot flashes and things like that. Women come to us with sleep problems, brain fog, anxiety, fatigue, skin changes, low libido, you name it. And, they just don't feel like themselves anymore. So that's why, we're here to help.
Tiffany, appreciate your time. Thank you so much for being with me.
Yeah, thank you.
And again, Vita Mental Clinic is breaking ground on Utah's first clinic dedicated to women in midlife. Let's get you up to date on the drive, traffic, and weather. It's brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Cormac.
Still seeing some delays dying out northbound I-15 near Parish Lane as you come up toward the West Davis corridor merge. They're starting to ease away, like we said, but it is a little slow right there as you come up toward Farmington. The South Belt I-215 has completely cleared up after that controlled slowdown, and they quickly cleared the debris off the road. Otherwise, still regular slowdowns in Lehigh, eastbound 2100 north, approaching 2300 west. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL 7-day forecast. We're going to heat things up, folks. 94 today, partly cloudy skies, 20% chance for a pop-up in the mountains. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, 96. For your Thursday, 100 degrees, partly cloudy. 98, mostly cloudy by Friday afternoon with a slight chance. Better thunderstorm chances on Saturday and Sunday with highs in the low 90s. We'll then go partly cloudy on Monday with a high of 88. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
And it's mostly cloudy, 90 degrees downtown. 7-day forecast brought to you by Performance Automotive Bountiful. Stay with us. Coming up next, we'll check the numbers and the markets. Still seeing a lot of red today with the NASDAQ down by 300 points. A complete update coming up next.
This is Andy Farnsworth with One Kind Act, today's Minute of Kindness, brought to you by the Semnani Family Foundation. Do you have a teacher who you remember being kind? Utah held their Show Up for Teachers conference last month, as well as their gala to honor teachers across the state of Utah, nominated by those in their community for going above and beyond in their field to be a positive mentor to their students and a person in other people's lives. These teachers taught a variety of grade levels and subjects in different areas. When you have a teacher who stands out to you in your life, you can nominate them at showupforteachers.org. That is showupforteachers.org. You can also join the interest list for next year's event. Spread kindness to one of your teachers. Find further resources at thepowerofkind.org. That's thepowerofkind.org.
Hi, thanks for calling Uline.
Wait, did the phone even ring?
Nope.
Okay, so you answered before the ring. But now you're going to put me on hold, right?
We don't do that here. We're real people answering the phone, ready to help with your order when you are.
Uline has thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline, we warehouse for you.
KSL News Time 12:54. Stingray encounters are on the rise, causing concern for ocean swimmers. Huntington State beaches in California reporting more than 3,100 incidents so far this year, twice the number reported for all of 2025. ABC's Sam Champion has more.
Southern California seeing a significant increase in the number of beachgoers stung by stingrays. In Orange County Seal Beach, researchers taking to the shores using nets to capture dozens of stingrays and clipping off those sharp barbs. That's safer for humans, but the barbs are the way stingrays defend themselves.
Ouch. Experts recommend doing what they call the stingray shuffle, shuffling your feet as you walk into the water instead of stepping down. That warns the stingrays that you're coming. Watching Utah's Money, Home Depot sales were up during the second quarter. It says customers spent money on smaller do-it-yourself projects over the summer instead of big home renovations. NVIDIA is helping OpenAI, Let me try that again. NVIDIA is helping OpenAI lease a data center in Ohio. The company is pledged to invest $105 billion to do so. Reuters says it could result in $600 billion in revenue for NVIDIA, and that's just through this one investment. Starting at midnight, Canadian products will be hit with 50% tariffs unless President Trump changes his mind sometime before that. Canada exports $20 million worth of products to the U.S., ranging from hockey sticks to tongue depressors. And taking a look at your money at this moment, the Dow is down by 76 points, sitting at 53,390. S&P down by 48. The NASDAQ down by more than 1.25%, down 352 points. It's not 1990, but Madonna is still leading the 2026 MTV Video Music Award nominations. Now she is up for 11 awards at this year's ceremony. The pop icon already has 19 competitive MTV VMA wins to her name. Now she also won the coveted Video Vanguard Award in 1986. She was the first solo female artist to do so.
You trust us for news and information in your car. Now trust us at home. KSL News Radio has you covered, keeping you informed on the latest breaking news, weather, traffic, sports, and more. Listen on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device. Just say, Alexa, open KSL News Radio. Or listen on the KSL News Radio Listen app. Text the word app to 57500. KSL News Radio. We have you covered.
Everything to my back is dark.
High in the alpine wilderness.
Really ugly clouds coming over from the north.
A place
the ridgeline is imposing the escarpments, the drops.
where survival,
It's dark now. I have nothing.
is never certain.
This is not good.
My name's Dave Cawley, and I'm the host of a podcast called Uinta Triangle. It's about the disappearance of an Australian hiker named Eric.
Our conclusion and that of the sheriff is that the mountains have decided to keep him.
Come retrace Eric's footprints with me.
You have done this walk too, but this is your backyard.
Did he really make a wrong turn, or did he decide that he was done?
He is not the first or last person to vanish in this remote region.
It was haunting to see the photos. I mean, really.
Find and follow the podcast series Uinta Triangle. That's Uinta, spelled U-I-N-T-A, Triangle, wherever you get your podcasts. All episodes out now.
Hi, it's Tori DeVito. In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. I grew up on tour with my parents. Kind of different, but we bonded over music just like other families do over sports, camping, or other interests. And we talked. Little everyday conversations from silly to serious that built a foundation over time. Honest conversations, like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic.
Your honesty about that part of your life gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted to uphold in my own life. And I was so grateful that you and Mom had become these sober, stable people who were always there for me.
I wanted you to know from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs, whether it's music or anything else. I said it a lot, and I'm glad you took it to heart.
Talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Traffic and weather together. It's brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Cormac?
Some light delays northbound I-15 in Farmington near Park Lane due to that construction zone, and volumes increasing in Utah County on State Street in Orem, both directions especially approaching 800 north and 1200 north. Use your Cyprus Rewards Visa this summer and earn 2 times the points on gas and groceries. Redeem points for cash back, gift cards, and more. Visit cypruscu.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Taking a look at the forecast for the Wasatch Front, our temperatures climbing back up to 100 degrees by Thursday. Today, 94 for a high, 96 tomorrow, then that 100-degree mark. And then staying next week, it looks like a cooling off just a little bit, where we'll have those temperatures back in the low 90s and the upper 80s. And we do have a 20% chance of showers today. Right now, 90 degrees in downtown Salt Lake City. KSL Brightside coming your way next.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 1 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small. We'll look at our top stories this hour. We're learning much more today about what police say led up to that deadly shooting outside a funeral in Kearns. Investigators now say it started with an ongoing dispute between two families. KSL News Radio's Eric Cabrera has the latest.
Police have now identified the man killed as 18-year-old Vilisoni Angelao, and we're getting our clearest picture yet of how investigators believe this unfolded. Police say Afuia Manatua gave a gun to a 17-year-old during a fight. They say that teenager fired at Angelao and another 18-year-old, but the fight continued. Police say the gun was then taken from the 17-year-old, and then he was shot. Manatau is now in jail, booked for investigation of murder and felony discharge of a firearm.
The 17 and 18-year-olds are still in critical condition. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Oman, an ally to the U.S., has been negotiating with Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Now President Trump is threatening to bomb Oman if they get in the way with his negotiations over the strait.
He had done this back in May when Oman was working with Iran to come up with a plan for how the strait could be managed. Oman is a key U.S. ally in the region, so it is significant that the president is once again putting this threat on the table. But, to see him do that, it seems unlikely, given that we haven't seen U.S. strikes against Iran in several weeks at this point. But Oman has tried to play this role of mediator, working with Iran to come up with a strategy for the strait.
That's ABC News White House correspondent Karen Travers reporting. Taking a look at your money at this moment, the Dow is currently down 82 points, down to 53,377. The S&P is down 48, and the NASDAQ is currently down 353 points. Coming up, we may hit triple digits at least once this week after all. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 1:02.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Do you have an IRA or 401k? It's natural to think of this as being your money, right? But remember, you still have to pay taxes when you withdraw this money in retirement. And you could be paying a lot more in taxes on these accounts than you know. A lot more. Learn the strategies that can help you reduce or eliminate your taxes in retirement. Don't miss a special edition of Retirement Solutions Radio this Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock, right here on KSL News Radio 1027.
Let's get a look at traffic and weather together, which is brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Devin Lattori.
A crash on westbound I-80 just before Kimball Junction in the right shoulder, so not causing any delays. Also some persistent slowdowns in Utah County in both directions of the Quarry Ride Highway, 2100 North, and Pioneer Crossing. No matter the weather, your feet can feel fantastic. Find the Good Feet location nearest you at goodfeet.com. I'm Devin Lattori in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather only expected to get up into the mid-90s today and tomorrow with a very low chance of rain. Going to see a little bit of cloud cover as well. Thursday could be the hottest day of the next 7 where we could reach 100 degrees again with a gradual cool down going from there into the weekend where we could see some more rain. Right now it is 90 degrees and mostly cloudy in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
And you're sure management's okay with this?
And Alex Curie.
I thought you cleared it with them.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie, and we're doing it. We're doing the Tuesday show. You ready for this, Alex? We've got...
I'm here. Is that what you're asking? Am I here? Is my microphone on? The answer to those two questions is yes.
You are sitting in a chair.
I am here, and my microphone is on.
Well, then let's do our three things.
All right, let's jump into the show right now.
Your top trending stories happening right now. KSL Brightside's The Three Things.
All right, first up, last week we know we had a
Tooele?
No, a
Tooele warning?
All right, I'm going to start that over. A tornado warning out in Tooele County, and it turns out now meteorologists have said we actually did have a tornado, and it did touch down. It created a path in the ground, uprooting trees and things like that, about 300 yards wide, and just under 1 mile long.
Yeah, but if we have to report on it a week later, did it really happen?
Well,
I think a tornado happened out there, and they go, we can confirm it touched down, and you go, I mean, as far as tornadoes go, that's where you want it to touch down, but I do love that they're like, you guys, we had a tornado. How do you know? We went back out and looked. It looks like it was pretty bad.
Well, here's the reason why it's a week later. Is because it happened out basically the intersection of Skull Valley Road and Lincoln Highway.
This is right by Dugway, yeah.
There's nothing out there.
Yeah.
There is one farm out there, and apparently it did have some damage to a carport and things like that.
Look, we've had the alternative.
For the most part, this is the kind of tornado that you have to go back and look at because no one saw it.
We've had the alternative. We've had it come through downtown. We've had somebody get killed by a tornado here downtown before.
Yeah.
Right here by Broadcast House.
Yeah, or the Outdoor Retailer Show.
But like when we start to break, this is how much we love weather stuff. Is that we go, dude, I was in a tornado. Oh, you were? I didn't know one touched down. Yeah, we didn't either until last week. Until this week, we officially confirmed it, which means I was technically in a tornado.
You know, that's actually a really fun drive. If you take that Lincoln Highway over the mountains there and then up Skull Valley, it's fun. I like it.
Not.
No, it is. It's a neat drive.
I actually want to start giving out more Tooele warnings. I think we should start having Tooele warnings.
Just Tooele updates?
And because look, and if you have a Tooele watch versus a Tooele warning, I feel like Tooele of all the cities is the city that we don't need to warn people about.
So
there's a Tooele warning out there.
So would you say today we're in a Tooele watch?
Tooele watch. Right. Every day Tooele watch, just to be
we're
safe.
In a Tooele watch today, FYI. Next up, our second thing. This is a pretty cool development at Zion National Park. At the Zion Canyon Visitor Center, for the first time in any national park anywhere, you can use, if it's needed for your family, an all-terrain wheelchair, which features extra-wide balloon tires that are designed to roll smoothly over dirt, rocks, and sand. There are no reservations. It's a first-come, first-served basis for a single-day use. And you've got to sign a liability waiver, things like that. But this is designed to give you a little bit better mobility over uneven terrain that you'll find in Zion National Park.
Obviously, you want to be able to. I bet that these aren't cheap, by the way, per unit. I mean,
I cannot imagine.
But look, we're trying to make sure that people can go out and experience Utah. Everybody can. So this is, to me, massive win. I love this kind of stuff.
So the wheelchair is too long to fit on the standard Zion Canyon shuttle. So if you are able to use the wheelchair, you also get a free accessibility pass for your car, which allows you to drive and park a personal vehicle on the Zion Canyon Scenic Drive, which normally is shuttle only. So pretty cool option for families who need a wheelchair.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where I'm trying to find the. Oh, is it these right here?
Yeah,
okay.
That's it.
The Extreme Modus, the all-terrain wheelchair. Look at that thing. That is so cool.
Yeah, it's really
and here's
cool.
the best part about it is that it actually makes it, because then it's better for everybody, not just the person who gets to be able to experience this stuff. Maybe it's also their family members who are like, hey, it's easier for them to push. It's easier for them to handle. That is a pretty darn cool thing. And like I said, there's no way that stuff's cheap, and so I'm glad we're able to have these kinds of things.
And it opens up more trails. Now, obviously, not every trail in the park will be open, but there are a lot of dirt trails or rocky trails that wheelchairs just were not.
If you saw one of these rolling around, because like they're pretty intense. You know what I mean? The tires are huge, like you said. They can go over a lot of these. And if you saw one on the trail, like your immediate reaction is, "Oh, that's freaking cool!" Like you wouldn't go, "What is that doing?" It's like that is freaking cool. You get exactly why it's used. It's awesome. I'm glad we're doing it.
And then the third thing, today is the day.
What's that mean? What does that mean?
For Meta.
Oh.
Today is their first day in court in a trial that people are saying could reshape social media.
In New Mexico? Are they in New Mexico?
This is in California.
Oh, okay.
So attorneys for California, Colorado, New Jersey, and Kentucky are leading a bipartisan group of 29 states that are challenging Meta. They say that Meta's Facebook and Instagram platforms were designed to be addictive to children and teens, and that consumers were misled about the safety of the platform for young users. It also accuses Meta of improperly collecting and using children's personal data while they use the company's platform, which is a violation of federal law.
So did you see what they were talking about with what the penalties could be? States are seeking changes to the app, but they're also looking for statutory penalties that could theoretically hit
all the money in the world.
$1.4 trillion. Okay?
How much even is that?
So that suggests that penalties actually, look, you got to split it up.
In other words, Elon Musk, will penalize you one Elon Musk.
Could you imagine, they get $1.4 trillion, okay? Let's say it gets awarded to, and let's say that there's that one lawyer who's got a billboard out and he's like, "Hey, I'm Frank Jones here. If you were mistreated by Instagram, you could receive a check for $14 billion. Everybody gets $14 billion. If you feel like this is bad, if this is you, the class action lawsuit just handled by one guy
who gets 30%.
He gets $250 billion just by handling the thing. I'm a bulldog. I'll go out and get your Facebook money."
No insurance company can stand up to me.
They think that the actual penalties, though, could legitimately get to $200 billion.
They're saying this is basically this generation's tobacco lawsuit. Because you remember the tobacco?
Yeah, except for everyone has participated in this. The tobacco one was kind of like, oh, so there's a class action lawsuit against. Well,
but it was the states, though, because the states won settlements.
Right.
Just like what's happening
But I
here.
wonder if there's going to be people who are going to be able to say, yeah, and I also. Because, look, how many parents right now, there are parents out there who are fighting and battling because their kid. If you think that this is not true, like the honest truth is, and if you think it's just the teenagers who are addicted to social media and how they set this thing up, these are designed to keep you clicking and scrolling as long as possible because advertising dollars, Ethan.
This is what we need to insist on. Number one, no social media under the age of 18, number one. And number two, permanent disabling of Eternal Scroll for everyone. I think they should be required to disable eternal scrolling.
Okay.
And eliminate social media for anyone under 18.
This one says...
Those are the things that I think would be the best.
Here's unless it's like cake decorating videos, and I have to see them. Those I have to see.
I don't think it's too much to make you search cake decorating repeatedly.
Meta says, here's Meta's argument. I want to make sure we get to both sides.
Oh, yeah. Meta says,
Meta says, No, Meta says that it implemented dozens of safety safeguards specifically designed to protect teen users, and the features like having additional Instagram account doesn't necessarily constitute legal harm if somebody tried to skate the system.
Look, this is how seriously we take it. When you are starting your account, we specifically ask you your birth date. We ask you to provide your date of birth. And I don't know what else you want us to do beyond that.
They told us they were born at a different time, and we had to go with it. I don't know.
What do you want us to do? They said they were 99. And then they posted a bunch of pictures of 12-year-olds. What were we supposed to do?
It said they were born in 2000. It said they were born in 1938.
We just figured those were their great-great-great-great-grandchildren. They were going with them to the mall.
I believed them. So, yeah, they are claiming that they didn't addict anybody to anything. But I think it's pretty easy to show, like, hey, We made a product that kept people engaged. That's the whole point, is they tried their darndest to just keep people engaged forever. And that's what they're doing right now. This is why Ethan is so anti-social media, because
I had my feelings hurt once on social media.
Well, it's not just that.
And I'll be darned.
It's not just that. He goes through and he found out at one point when it was 4 a.m. that he had been scrolling for 6 hours straight and he didn't even know.
I didn't even know.
And Mark Zuckerberg, a picture of him came up and he was laughing at Ethan, pointing and laughing at Ethan. Gotcha.
They have control over time and space.
I get it. All right, Millard, we got to take our first break of the day. When we come back, we've got more around the corner. New developments, by the way, in the shooting that took place at the funeral yesterday in Kearns. We have the latest details. We have victims' names. We also have suspect names. Eric Cabrera is going to break it down here for us. We're going to have him on the program. Stay with us. More to go. KSL Brightside.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for detail.
I'm really interested to hear about how your parents talk to you at home, and how do you think they can kind of break through to you?
It's just to talk about it. It's just seriously it's going to be awkward at first. But if you keep repeating it over and over again, it's just going to feel natural.
Keep going, and soon we'll just be able to talk about it.
Talking about mental health with your teens is the power of we in action. Visit intermountainhealth.org/teen mental health.
If you're between 55 and 64, this could be one of the most important 6 minutes of your day. Medicare may still be a few years away, but avoid overpaying for health insurance now and ahead. Right now, many Utah residents are missing out on healthcare options that could significantly reduce their monthly costs. Marketplace plans with subsidies, short-term healthcare coverage that can bridge the gap for up to 3 years, and low-cost indemnity plans that could potentially save you hundreds or $1,000 plus per month. The question is, how much could you be saving? Find out at a free educational event at the Murray Library on August 25th at 6 p.m. You'll learn about your options, get your questions answered, and discover whether you're paying more than you need to. Visit PlanWellUtah.com now. Seats are limited and registration is required. Go to PlanWellUtah.com right now to reserve your spot. That's PlanWellUtah.com. Don't overpay for health insurance or Medicare. Start saving today.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Any Hour Services can help unclog any drain in your house, whether you have a backup, a clog, or a slow drain you want fixed. Call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. The news just keeps getting weirder on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary, and we had just such a disturbing afternoon yesterday of news after mourners at a funeral in Kearns were targeted in a shooting that killed one person. 2 others remain in critical condition. We've seen some arrests. We have a little bit more information today than we did yesterday, and KSL News Radio's Eric Cabrera is with us now. Eric, how are you?
I'm good, and I just want to remind you guys I wear an extra large in KSL Brightside.
Oh, hey, good. Look at that.
Merch,
good,
right?
good. Well,
you saw the post.
You got to be like everybody else. You got to win it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Eric. Come on, figure it
Done.
out.
Done.
Well, listen, you've been following this story for KSL, and one of the remarkable things that we learned yesterday was that at the time of this shooting, police officers were actually already at the funeral. Talk to us about what the police were doing there and how this whole thing unfolded.
For sure. So, that's what really stands out to me too. I think, before the funeral, basically they told us somebody called Unified Police and then, asked them to have officers there because they said, quote, there could be problems. Now, police say the caller didn't give them much more information than that, but, they took it seriously enough to send officers over there just to be, visible in the parking area, kind of circling around. So, when the gunfire started, right before lunchtime yesterday, officers were there. They heard the shots, and then they immediately went toward them on the south side of the parking lot. And so, that's now we know with some updated information today that's when they found Angelau critically wounded in the street. And, police presence may also help explain why everything happened so quickly afterwards, right? So, officers were immediately helping victims. They saw the second wounded person being carried away. And then they were able to pursue the vehicle that fled.
And so this was something that that we learned about yesterday, is that apparently people tried to load up one person, and I guess probably maybe they were trying to get them to the hospital. What do we know about that? Because it triggered a police chase.
Yeah, for sure. So, police did tell us they saw people carrying an injured person toward a car. And then officers actually told them to stop, and then they didn't. And they hopped in the vehicle and then they took off. So they pursued them down the street. So when I was on my way in, there was already police tape up. Everything had already happened, obviously. But I had passed the first scene, and I actually thought that was the scene first on my way, which was a few blocks near 4700 South, 4000 West. And so, now we know that wounded person being carried away was a 17-year-old suspect, yes, that they're saying, obviously a minor, so they can't say the name. And, police say Afuhia Manatau was driving the car.
Which is the dad, right? And I think that did they say that he was being charged with something too? Is that what I read this morning as well? Or is that he could have allegedly provided the gun? Is that what was part of the story?
So that's where, that update today was about, which was they believe that he actually handed the gun to the 17-year-old.
Jeez.
And then the 17-year-old was the one who started shooting.
I guess I'll be interested to learn what the liability is then on his part, because according to what we can see, he's been booked for investigation of murder.
Yeah.
Which we know that you do not have to be the one to pull the trigger to still be on the hook for a murder. There are a number of scenarios where that can be the case, and it looks like he may have been caught up in one as well. Yesterday, we were under the impression that even though there were 3 people shot, and they're still getting that sorted out, that the police did not participate in the shooting at all, except to respond. Is that still the case? Is that still the case that, as far as we know, none of these were officer-involved shootings?
That's right. So far, there hasn't been an update that has changed. So that was something, we did learn on site that was one of the questions we asked when we first spoke with the PIO on site, which was no officers fired any of their guns during the whole incident.
Well, honestly, having the police officers were there, whoever tipped off the police to this, number one, probably saved other people from being shot, and then also probably responsible for the quick medical response that has kept the other 2 on this earth. One of them was dead basically immediately. The other 2 probably benefited a lot from having the police there to provide quick response.
Absolutely. That was something that, kind of eyewitnesses across the street, for example. I know Andrew Adams with KSL TV spoke with a gentleman who lived literally across the street. He said he was outside on his porch and he saw the whole thing go down. And he said literally right after the gunshots went off and he had realized that it wasn't firecrackers, he had realized that it was gunshots. He said police pulled up literally right after that.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
was interesting too in their social media videos, and so confirmation of these is whatever, but some of the videos from what is alleged to have been the scene yesterday, the police are there immediately, not just like a couple of police officers responding. like in their full gear with all of their stuff. They're in the streets. They're the ones making, breaking the crowd up. They're also, looks like members of the congregation who were there for the funeral itself. The funeral itself too, Eric. What was the nature? Was it a younger person? Was it all? Because is it just using the funeral as a platform to terrorize, or was it there was something to do with the person who was at the funeral? Do we know anything about the family's funeral who was happening yesterday, or the person whose funeral it was yesterday, and what their relationship might be with anybody who was involved?
Sure. I'm seeing a lot of online chatter, obviously, right, which I can't confirm, and you know how we do it, right? Like, based on what police have released, there wasn't too much detail about that. They did say there was a dispute between families, right? Between two different families. The way they describe it, like I said, is Afuhia Manatau gave a gun to the 17-year-old suspect, and they say that 17-year-old fired at Angelau and the other 18-year-old. And then apparently the physical fight kept going. And then police say somebody took the gun away from the 17-year-old during that fight. And then he was also shot. Yeah. So there was a lot of moving parts. And, like you said, there's footage on there. But, that's what I've got from police so far.
And everyone seems to be operating under the assumption that this was gang related. Have the police said anything about this?
So all they've said so far is they haven't confirmed whether or not it is. What they are saying is they are investigating it, that is potentially a part of this.
And I mean, that's obvious because of how closely this aligns with the gang shooting that we saw up in Salt Lake earlier this year, where mourners at a funeral were targeted again in that situation. That was gang related. This matches.
And I don't think it was that far either, because now that you mention it, I was there. And it does feel like it was not far from there. So
one I think may have been in Rose Park. So
just a little further north.
There we go. That's what it was. Yeah.
And again, multiple people died in that incident, and it just is. We were talking with Chris Burbank yesterday, and like the use of funerals as a place or a moment for retribution or revenge. It has been something that gangs have used in the past since the 90s to be able to terrorize folks on, and so it's a wild way to attack other people, because they know it's just a vulnerable spot. You're probably going to have a lot of people together at once. They're going to be in their most vulnerable spot, and that's when you attack them. It's insane.
You re-traumatize them.
Yeah,
you re-traumatize them is effectively what happens. So. Well, Eric, so what's next? Have the police indicated that they're expecting more arrests?
Yeah, so, like I said, Manatau has been booked into Salt Lake County Jail, right, for that investigation of murder, felony discharge of a firearm. They say that's actually tied to their allegation that he gave the gun, right, to the 17-year-old. Right. I know also, I heard our guy Greg Scordish, right, talking on Inside Sources about how, so far we've only had access to the probable cause statement, which is not, any type of final charging document. So those things can change, obviously, as this case continues. And then you have the 17-year-old suspect, right, where police say because he's critically injured, his case will be screened, right, with the DA's office at a later time. And so, once again, there's still potentially significant legal developments ahead.
Yeah.
Eric Cabrera, KSL News Radio. We appreciate all the work you do, Eric, and we'll have you on the program again, as we always do. And so thanks for breaking it down for us, man. We'll chat with you again.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Eric Cabrera.
Man, imagine being at that point. Is it being the kind of dad, having the kind of family where you would encourage your child to participate in this kind of violence?
It's straight out of a movie, right, where it's like the idea of somebody handing over a gun and be like, go take care of it, like grow up, kind of almost like this weird alt universe, like rite of passage or something like that, or like
I wonder if the dad involving his minor son
makes it to where
giving him the gun.
Like it.
I wonder if that's an aggravating factor.
Oh, I wonder
for him. I wonder if he's going to be in more trouble because of that.
I'm not sure if it'd be more trouble as much as it would just be you're going to get the same charges. You know what I mean? You're going to.
Well, we already know he can get the same charges.
But I think also, in a weird way, it's almost like he goes, "I'll hand it over to my 17-year-old, and he'll do it, and we can't, and he's not going to be. He's a minor. We can kind of get through this thing here because I'm a 45-year-old, and
So let the kid do the shooting.
Let the kid do the shooting, and then we can all kind of get off scot-free a little bit.
You know, that could be the kind of low IQ legal analysis.
That's what I'm saying. That was done the night before or the day of. Yeah.
And what a mess. I mean, what a family. Can you imagine that big? Can you imagine what that family must be like?
It's terrible. Awful.
The kind of darkness in that family. To where this is your behavior,
and to feel like that this is how desperate things are getting, or whatever it is. Like, hey, we have to do this. Obviously, you have to do this. Like, it's crazy. All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back. We have news, traffic, and weather right now here at the bottom of the hour. We've got more coming up on the program when we continue. OpenAI has launched a ChatGPT for teens. I'm sure my kids will just love it. They'll want to convert right over, just like they've wanted to with the Instagram teen accounts. They're just going to be so excited about a GPT for teens. We'll tell you about what the details are. Stay here. More to go. It's KSL Brightside.
1:31 at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this half hour. Utah lawmakers are expected to address the cost of housing again in the next legislative session by looking to make it easier to build smaller homes.
We can't expect people to, on the salaries that are available to be able to pay $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 for a home.
The governor's senior advisor for housing strategy, Steve Waldrop, says the above-average size of our homes and the long process it takes to get them approved are two of the major issues driving the unaffordability in the market. He says he wants to tackle that by streamlining the process of building smaller homes, and he says he's confident lawmakers will consider legislation to do just that come January. The University of Utah is redesigning some of their introductory courses with historically high rates of failure.
The U has been slowly introducing these classes over the last few years, and in that time, not only have they reduced the failure rates, but they have saved students an estimated $400,000 in saved tuition. The Vice Provost for Student Success, Thomas Chase Haygood, told me that it's not about reducing academic standards, but to give students a chance to succeed in academically challenging classes.
KSL News Radio's Cameron Elliott reporting. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. LA Lakers Governor Jeannie Buss is trying to stop her family from selling their share of the team, as Mark Walter is reportedly selling his majority stake to Josh Kushner and Bob Iger for $12.5 billion. Though according to ESPN, Buss says her siblings cannot sell their stake without her approval. If the sale of the team goes through, Buss would no longer have the needed ownership percentage needed to remain governor of the team. Taking a look at your money at this moment, the markets are still down right now. The Dow's currently down 57 points, the S&P down 44, the NASDAQ is down 331 points. Coming up, we may hit triple digits this week after all. KSL Weather's next. KSL News Time 1:32.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
Hi, this is Doug Wright, and I've been a fan of Hale Center Theater from the very beginning. But there is something about this season that is just off the charts. Maybe it's due to the 3 stages now, which accommodate an amazing variety. Take, for example, showing right now on the Beehive stage, Thornton Wilder's Pulitzer Prize-winning novel and Tony Award-winning play is an absolute must-see. It's Our Town. This is a touching story focusing on 2 families in a small town, the sorrows, the joys, the reflections of lives well lived. And then, coming up, we've got Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. The music, the staging, the pure fun of it makes Joseph an all-time favorite. And in mid-August, it's Moriarty. This is the time for you to lock down your tickets for all of the wonderful productions at Hale Center Theater. And all you have to do is go to hct.org.
This is Colin Keary from the New Millennium Group. Have you ever had a question for your financial advisor only to find out that the next available appointment is months away? At New Millennium Group, we believe that financial advice should never be limited to once-a-year review meetings. Life happens every single day. Markets change, retirement questions come up, family situations evolve, and when they do, you deserve answers. That's why we pride ourselves at the New Millennium Group on being accessible, available when our clients need us most. Whether you're wondering about your investments or a major life decision, our team is here to help provide guidance. We're not interested in being the firm you hear from once a year. We want to be your trusted resource throughout your entire retirement journey. If you're looking for a financial team that values relationships, communication, and responsiveness, we'd love to meet you. Give us a call today at 888-999-6370. That's 888-999-6370, or visit us at utahsfinancialplanner.com.
Hi, how can I help? Well, my husband and I feel like we've outgrown our current money manager.
I see.
Our lives have changed, and we need something more than just mutual funds to help us in retirement.
She's right.
I hear that often. At Fisher Investments, we'd start by getting to know you, your finances, family, health, lifestyle. We tailor a portfolio around your goals and needs.
Sounds good.
Can you help with estate planning?
Yes. We have a team of specialists who can help you with estate planning, Social Security, investment income, and more. We'll get to know your whole financial picture and help keep you on the path to a comfortable retirement.
And your fees?
We have a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
I feel better already.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Devin Lattori.
We have a crash on northbound I-15 in Davis County before the merge with the West Davis corridor. That's on the right shoulder, not causing delays. We also had another crash on westbound I-80 just before entering Kimball Junction, but that's been cleared out. Seeing crack curling or missing shingles on your roof? Don't wait. Save big during S&S Roofing's huge summer sale. From a small repair to a full replacement, snsroofingutah.com. I'm Devin Lattori in the KSL Traffic Center.
Highs only expected to top out in the mid-90s today and tomorrow, Thursday, though we could be back above the century mark, 100 degrees. Cooling down gradually as we work our way into the weekend, a high of 98 on Friday, and a better chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms starting Friday, heading deeper into the weekend. Right now, it's 93 degrees and mostly cloudy in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Keary.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller here with Alex Keary. Special thanks again to Eric Cabrera for joining us on the show, chatting about that shooting out in Kearns and the updates. And, we've been trying to get Eric on this program for some time.
And then suddenly he rolls up and goes, hey, I want one of those Brightside t-shirts. Hey, by the way, you can go to ksl.com/win.
That's right.
And what we want you to do is we have a limited run. From what I've understood, there are less than 50. I think there are 35
T-shirts. KSL
Brightside T-shirts that we've had made in this initial print run.
Yeah, and if you go to ksl.com/win, right there, one of the very first things is how to win a KSL Brightside T-shirt. It involves subscribing to our channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I think they also want you to make a comment or something like that. Anyway, all the instructions are there. And
I see it. Look at it, Ethan. It's right here. Very front thing on the on KSL.com/contest or KSL.com.
Why can't it be the
win.
top thing on KSL.com? Period.
Oh, that's a good question. So here's how it goes. If you tune in to the program, great. Subscribe to KSL Brightside on YouTube and then leave a comment on the video on your favorite video. We've got Steve's videos up. We've got all sorts of things going on. You can go there. And like I said, we have every size from at least like medium or small all the way up to 3X. But it's a limited amount.
Yeah.
And I know people say for a limited time only. But when our boss came to us, she's like, I made like 30 of these shirts because they were so dang expensive to print.
So
here we are. We got 30-something T-shirts. And If you want, I think the only 2 people who own them on planet Earth, or the only 3 people who own them on planet Earth right now who've worn them around, are you, me, and Caitlin. So.
Yeah, we're the only ones. So,
I guess Cheryl probably did too.
And if you're one of the more popular sizes, you want to jump on and do this quickly. So, for example, if you are an extra large, if you're an XL, you want to be the first, because those will go. I think those will go the fastest.
I'm not afraid to wear an S.
The XLs in T-shirts are the size 10 of the shoe world. You ever notice you can't find size 10?
What's funny is the XL used to be like, dude, he is so fat, he wears an extra large. Now they're like, this is pretty just standard.
If you're a man, you wear an XL.
Yeah, everybody wears an XL. All right. So you can hit it. Go over to KSL.com/win, and you can find yourself the way to do it. But just go to the Brightside YouTube page, subscribe, leave a comment, and then you can get yourself entered to win a Brightside T-shirt.
Okay, so OpenAI, I'm going to change the subject here.
Yeah, go ahead.
OpenAI, which of course runs ChatGPT, which is one of the bigger AI companies. They've rolled out a ChatGPT for teens. Now, this is what they're offering. They're offering parental controls. So parents can manage usage. You can view safety configurations, set boundaries. You can also link your own accounts. They have anti-cheating guardrails. OpenAI say that they have adjusted ChatGPT to guide teens through learning concepts rather than outright giving them direct answers to homework or test questions. In other words, if your child asks for an answer from ChatGPT, ChatGPT has some way that they're going to try and teach the concept to your child versus giving them the answer.
Oh, my kids will love that.
And I'll be interested
my kids
to hear
will really
to see
love
how this works.
They'll really love tutorials. They love to go through getting taught how to do something.
Now, you know what's going to happen is they're going to get on there and ChatGPT is going to say, okay, well, let's take a look at the concept and see how well you understand it. And then they're going to push their computer away and they're going to say, Dad, my computer's being weird. Can I use your laptop to do my homework?
And then it's going to be back to the adult one. So I did a funny thing right here because I got on ChatGPT and I wanted to see. I said, hey ChatGPT, what's so cool about your teen account thing for me from the parent's perspective? What makes it to where you think I'm going to like this?
Mm-hmm.
A great question, Alex. You're the best parent that I've ever met. It says, here's what it says. What you can do as a parent, you can control sensitive content protections. You can set quiet hours. You can turn voice mode on or off. You can turn image generation on or off as a parent because you'll have a parent dashboard.
You know what I want to know? Can they, as a parent, can I view my child's activity on ChatGPT?
What you cannot see on your teens ChatGPT conversations. That's the only reason I don't know. It says there are no parent dashboards where you can read their chats, search history, or monitor what they're asking ChatGPT in real time. OpenAI explicitly says parental controls do not provide conversations or access real-time monitoring. My question is, so let's ask him, why won't you let me see my teens' conversations?
Great question, Alex.
So here's what it says. It's because we want to provide teen accounts as guardrails rather than parental surveillance. Stop acting like that's what I'm allowed to do. So you call it parental surveillance? Mm-hmm. We just call it parenting. Surveillance, what are we talking about? Linking your account to your teen does not give you access to their conversation. Your teen does get a degree of conversational privacy, and they deserve that.
Basically, Alex, you're Kim Jong. You're Kim Jong-un.
You know what this is? This is ChatGPT going, hey,
we're trying to help your kids break out of the North Korea that is the Curie family.
Oh yeah, it's basically ChatGPT is the new version of why'd you break into my room and read my diary, Dad? Right? I put a lock on my diary and you did it.
You're surveillance daddy.
Yeah. So they said, look, OpenAI still makes sure that there's a safety backdrop. Limited circumstances involving serious safety concerns, OpenAI will send a parent a safety notification. So if they feel like it reaches the level of, hey, somebody else needs to know about this, they'll send you something. I love how ChatGPT is the guardian and you're the emergency contact.
Yeah, that's what this is.
They're like,
that is very well said.
You're the emergency contact.
What do you think about this? So among the features that it has, the, quote, encouragement of real-world interaction.
What does that mean?
System prompts are optimized to advise teens toward real-world relationships and active offline learning. Are they really going to, is this a for-profit AI that really is going to push kids away from using computers?
That'll kick kids off of it? So when
if it is,
I'm
impressed.
They're like, hold on. What happened? Why is the Magna Carta such a big deal? I don't know. Why don't you go find out for yourself? Dumb kid.
Here's a
go
map,
to a museum.
Here's a map to the library.
Right. I do love the idea that it gets insulting to your kid and goes, I don't know. Why don't you get out and do something? All you keep asking me is these stupid questions. Ethan's kid.
Oh, my goodness.
So I will say, now, what's interesting to me is all my interactions I've ever had with ChatGPT, like, I've asked it, be like, hey, why don't you make my face brighter in this picture? Like, I'm not allowed to do that. That violates our terms. And I'm always like, why? Because it's like, I'm not altering a picture of a person. I'm like, but I'm the person, and I just want the picture lighter. And then they'll be like, no, I'm not going to do that. It's inappropriate.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, fine. I guess you have all these safety things in place. But they claim, hey, your kids won't be able anything anywhere near sexually explicit anything, descriptors or whatever. It's gonna flag it and bag it. Can't do it.
Flag it and bag it.
Flag it and bag it. You should.
All right.
We'll take a break. We'll come back when we return. I'm gonna. The problem is trying to convince my kid to use it. That's gonna be the real.
You know what you're never gonna do? Get your teens to do anything that's labeled teen.
I know. I should just say, call it like ChatGPT Lite. I'm getting you a ChatGPT Lite.
No.
Because
just say
we can't afford the full one for you.
Just say this is ChatGPT, a special version. It is the most mature and sophisticated ever.
It's called ChatGPT Wild 'N Out. It's called Crazy. All right. The cyclospora outbreak, changing how people are eating lunch at work. We'll talk a little bit about that and whether or not you're still freaked out by the idea of lettuce being in any of your meals nowadays. Stay with us. More to go. It's KSL Brightside.
Hi, I'm Maria Shileos, host of the KSL News Daily podcast, where you'll get a deep dive on a story important to you and the 3 things you need to know each weekday morning. Follow the KSL News Daily today, wherever you get your podcasts.
I want to extend an invitation to stop hiding in the back of photos. I know what that feels like.
Mm-hmm.
How long can you hold your breath for the photo before you finally have to let it out?
Yeah.
You don't have to do that anymore once you go through Soda Diet and Nutrition, because they will change how you look. I let go of 70 pounds in 5 months.
And I let go of 37 pounds in 3 months. I remember when I used to wear jackets even in 100 degrees in the summer because I wanted something to cover my waist. Do you know how fun it is to be able to tuck a T-shirt in? This is the simple things in life. Tucking a shirt, wearing shorts, and not feeling self-conscious is awesome.
Putting a belt on that goes right below your belly button where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was possible. And then it was because of Soda Diet and Nutrition.
Right now, you can get 4 weeks for free by calling 866-800-SODA and just mentioning KSL.
But the time's running out to take advantage of this, so call 866-800-SODA, mention KSL, and get 4 weeks free because Soda is, say it with me, Amanda, state of the art.
KSL Broadcast Group contests are open to participants 18 years of age and older that are residents of Utah, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest may not enter. Persons who have won in the last 30, 60, or 90 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available at kslnewsradio.com/contests.
Join KSL and the movie show this Friday from 10 to 1 at the Layton NPS store at 1150 North Main Street in Layton, npsstore.com.
Sleep Number's new collections are designed to adapt to the changing nature of your life and your sleep needs. Whether it's the personalized comfort of the Comfort Mode mattress, the targeted pressure relief of the Comfort Next mattress, or the Climate Collection that actively cools or warms to help you fall asleep and stay asleep.
And now, all beds are on sale during our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on the new Comfort Next Luxe, plus free delivery on any mattress. Ends Monday, only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Turn your afternoon around on KSL News Radio.
Okay, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. And I'd like to hear your text at 57500. Pardon me, I would like to read your texts at 57500. Have you been, or at some point during the cyclospora business, did you ever avoid eating produce? Did you ever just kind of skip the produce section for a week or two at the grocery? Did you ever ask to hold the lettuce on your sandwich or your taco? Did you ever make any move like that, or did you just not care and assume that you were not going to get hit by it? I'd love to hear from you. 57500, because I'll tell you what, ever since the cyclospora outbreak was linked to iceberg lettuce distributed by Taylor Farms, salad-heavy restaurants that play a big role in people's lunches, work lunches around the country, they've struggled. Sweet Green, which is one such restaurant, they cut its full-year outlook, projecting declines in sales and foot traffic. Its market value is down to $700 million, down from $1.2 billion in late May, so hasn't been cut completely in half, but it's approaching that. Chopped Creative Salad Company's foot traffic fell through mid to late July, and it is just kind of been a disastrous summer for restaurants that primarily feature salads. And I'm curious to know, is this something that is widespread here in Utah as well? Because what we never did see is we never did see a major outbreak here in the state of Utah. We're lucky. Have you been avoiding produce? Maybe that's part of the reason why. 57500. I would also be interested in hearing from you if all it did was make you feel fine about skipping produce. If you are like me and you usually skip produce anyway, you just had basically a summer of feeling validated in that respect.
Be like, I knew it. That's why I haven't been eating the lettuce either.
Boy, I'm not eating a salad. I mean, I wouldn't anyway.
I will tell you that I have actually not backed off my salad consumption at all.
So you just plowed through. Was there ever a point at which you declined lettuce or anything like that?
No, I will say that I haven't gone through specific fast food drive-thrus that I was nervous about. Which is hilarious, too, because actually, will you tell me will you confess if you do a Taco Bell run, what's your order?
Oh, I don't know.
I'll tell you what mine is.
Honestly,
it's two plain bean burritos. Okay. You know how much lettuce historically are on two plain bean burritos?
Not very much.
Zero.
So
it's zero because it's just bean. I don't get a burrito supreme or anything. I get the bean burrito. It's just the beans, the cheese, and then the sauce. And yet at the same time, I was like, I'm not going through there. If I go through Taco Bell's drive-thru, I get a bean burrito, and yet I've avoided Taco Bell for probably 2 months now. And now I might in a 2-month span only go one time to a Taco Bell anyway, but I definitely didn't go through it. But at home, I'm going to be honest. I've been buying the Taylor Farms bagged salads because you know who I trust is Costco.
So
Costco has tailor-made the golf. They have golf balls and salads. That's all they make. They have the Taylor Farms salad bags at Costco, a lot of them.
And you've been buying them.
I've been buying them like crazy, yeah.
That's interesting.
And I'll tell you what I'm not doing because the bagged salads are already pre-washed, and I'm trusting them. I'm like, I don't care, yeah. I don't know where they get them. I haven't gotten sick once.
As far as you know, you're not any more runny than you normally are.
Well, I was going to say, it didn't like wash over me, and I guess I may have been sick. No, I haven't gotten sick at all. I'm a salad guy. Here's how much I like salad.
Okay.
I buy those bagged salads. I don't use their salad dressing that they include in the bagged salads. I make my own. I like my own salad dressing.
So you make your own salad dressing?
I make my own salad dressing. No. I make my own because I don't like the creamy bull crap. You know what I mean? I like a vinaigrette.
Oh, okay.
I like something that's lemony.
The little Dijon. Dijon mustard.
That might be as far as it goes. From like, I don't put any of the wild stuff. You get like a Caesar dressing, and it's
I love a good Thousand Island.
See, and that's too much for me. I'm like, give me the vinegar, give me the lemon juice, give me the oil, salt and pepper, boom.
Let me hit some of these texts. This person says they still avoid it. 0 lettuce. Nope, still ate salad and produce. That's from Gabby. Thanks, Gabby. She just kept her out on trucking just like you did. This individual says, I've avoided lettuce on everything.
Yeah, it's interesting. My mom told the hospital, she's like, she had like a surgery, and she's like, nope. Get that lettuce away from me.
Eric,
and they're like, okay, all right.
Eric said, I resisted my craving for salad for a few weeks. This texture says, I have avoided lettuce in my meals this summer and have chosen places to eat to avoid lettuce. This person says, the funny thing is lettuce is so nutritionally useless, it never feels like a good trade-off to take the risk.
Yeah, but it's a vehicle for my really good salad dressings. That's what I'm saying.
And then Alex describing his 2-bean sandwich order at Taco Bell at Taco Bell reminds me of the old Nightside bumper. You don't have to call it a sandwich, but a burrito is a sandwich.
Right. Yeah, his 2-bean burrito sandwich.
Martin says, I'm the only one in my house that eats the lettuce from the store in the fridge.
I don't care. Like, I haven't, again, like I said, I trust Costco. And maybe I'm too trustful. Maybe I'm too trusting. I mean, but I would rather live my life that way than do the thing where I walk through and go, no, I'm not eating it. I'm not eating it. It's been weeks. And none of the stuff that I ate has been, or none of the stuff in any of the places, it was never confirmed to have come from any of that. And so there you go.
This individual texted in, I ate even more. A great way to cleanse your system. Peptides, nah.
That's a good way to drop the LBs. It's all fluid weight. Your doctor would recommend against it. What have you been doing to lose all this weight? Oh, just tons of drive-through to Taco Bell. Tons. I order extra lettuce.
I haven't caught the flu in a couple of years.
Knock on
wood. But I secretly always kind of look forward to it once a year. Catching the flu. Because, you spend like 3-4 days watching TV.
You plateau. You
lose 10 pounds.
Your weight loss plateau, you push through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
you lose
good natural.
5 to 10 pounds.
It's a good natural way to lose it.
Yeah.
It's how cavemen did it. The paleo diet had the same issues. Come on. All those parasites in the raw meat that they were eating back then, you just dealt with it.
Yeah.
Frank's
getting a little heavy. Let's feed him this from last week.
Get him these berries. I don't think they're good for him, but
feed him with last week's wild boar. Well,
I think that people freaked out about it, and I didn't change anything. I just told you I changed something. For some reason, I hadn't been going through and getting anything at the Taco Bell, but that didn't matter because my order never includes any lettuce in it.
I just felt less guilty about never eating a salad anyway.
But is there other protein that kind of like it makes, or protein? Is there other produce that you were like freaked out about buying? Anything?
Yeah, it's better not risk it. Just avoid produce.
This broccoli is kind of lettuce adjacent, honey. I think we should probably just throw it away.
Do you think they touched in the truck? Do you think this cucumber might have rubbed up against that lettuce?
I think that this celery sneezed on this cabbage over here.
Let's not risk it. The ice cream's over here.
I'm not buying it. Yeah, I'll tell you what. And the good thing about the ice cream is all the cyclospora is frozen off of it, even if it did touch it.
You know what? I've never heard
in
of
a good spot.
Anyone getting cyclospora from ice cream.
Dole Whip. Yeah. No.
So
it's never been a thing.
So I think it's clear the healthier option.
Let me see here. Oh, Ethan. It didn't take that long for us to. I've already we haven't even started school yet, and I've already started planning all the time I wanted my kids to take off. They get so mad about it too. It's not that they want to go to school so much; it's that once they go back, and I start to go, yeah, hey, you need to miss because of this, and this. They get so mad about it. Yeah. I'm like, gosh, don't you guys? My parents, if they pulled me out of school, I would have been so excited.
I'd have been running down the halls.
Ethan's still having a hard time letting go of the wheel, so to speak. Letting his daughter drive her junior year to high school. Now, when she gets her license, is he going to be able to hand the keys over? We're going to bring in some experts. Utah Department of Public Safety is going to help us settle this debate, and you guys can help us with it as well. 57500. When is the best time to let your kids drive to school? Do you have to wait should you make them wait till their senior year? Should you make them carpool all the time through high school because no time is a good time? We'll come back. We'll talk safety tips and also when the right time to trust that teen driver is. Stay here. More to go right around the corner after news, traffic, and weather right here on KSL Brightside.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small with a look at our top stories this hour. A prominent leader in the Utah Tongan community says there will have to be tough conversations ahead to heal from the deadly shooting that happened outside of a funeral service in Kearns yesterday.
State Representative Doug Fiafia tells KSL TV he's heartbroken, and much of the Tongan community locally is shaken up, especially since this is the second time in just 1 year there's been a shooting outside a funeral.
I think this is bigger than just us, and we need to make sure that all hands are on deck when it comes to community leaders, family members, to help the rising generation make the right choices.
Fiafia says in Tongan culture, funerals are sacred spaces, so this hits especially hard. He wants to make sure whatever happens next, the community comes together to help young people learn that disagreements don't need to end in violence. Becky Bruce, KSL News Radio.
Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Voters go to the polls in Florida today for the state's primary elections for governor. ABC News political director Avery Harper reports.
The Congressman Byron Donalds, he has the endorsement of President Trump on the Republican side. If he is to win in November, he could be the first black governor to represent Florida. And on the Democratic side, there is a favorite in David Jolly. He is a former Republican who became a Trump critic and switched parties. Regardless of what happens, I think for Democrats, this is an uphill battle, even a long shot in a state that shifted so sharply to the right in recent years.
Taking a look at your money at this moment, markets are still down right now. The Dow is currently down 116 points. The S&P is down 53. NASDAQ seeing the worst declines of the day, down 355 points. Coming up, another heat up until we get another cool down later this weekend. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:02.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
If you're in the market for a new vehicle, start at Performance Automotive in Bountiful. Browse a large inventory of Ford, Toyota, and Honda vehicles, plus hundreds of quality pre-owned options. Whether you're upgrading your daily commute, looking for more space for the family, or ready for your next truck or SUV, the team at Performance Automotive can help you find the right fit. Visit Performance Ford, Performance Toyota, and Performance Honda today. Or shop online at performancebountiful.com.
Hey, the cookies are already found.
How do they know exactly where everything is?
My guess, they have a map.
Grandpa, can we please spend the night?
I was hoping you'd ask.
The best homes aren't just built for today, they're built for memories. See why so many families are choosing Ovation Homes. Ideal for homeowners that want to spend less time on upkeep and more time enjoying the things in life that matter most. Single-level living with modern finishes and low-maintenance features, designed for real life and real budgets. A fresh approach to active adult living in northern Utah. And during the Next Chapter event, you can receive $7,500 on select quick move-in homes or $10,000 on a new home build. Visit Sadie's Glen in Syracuse or online at ovationhomesutah.com. That's ovationhomesutah.com. Your best years really do start at Ovation Homes.
Your business isn't just a balance sheet. It's the late nights, the bold bets, the people counting on you to get it right. At UMB Bank, they've stood beside businesses like yours since 1913, not just as a bank, but as a team who understands what's at stake. Because real banking isn't just transactions, it's trust. It's a relationship built to last. Visit UMB.com. UMB.com. Bank deposit products provided by UMB Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Here's Cormac Bone.
It's a little slow northbound I-15 approaching Bangalore Highway as you come down the hill from the point of the mountain, but otherwise looking good on your freeways. We do have a crash on Pioneer Crossing westbound at Saratoga Road. They are blocking the right lane and causing some additional congestion as you get through there. Otherwise, it's the regular delays on Pioneer Crossing, light in both directions from Saratoga Road all the way over to I-15. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Look for highs in the mid-90s today and tomorrow. A very low chance of rain. Same story on Thursday, though. Highs could reach 100 degrees again. Cooling down a little bit more heading into the weekend with a greater chance of rain and thunderstorms. Right now, 93 degrees with partly cloudy skies in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Now we've got houses, kids, responsibilities.
And Alex Keary.
Yeah, we're all grown up. We have pre-diabetes, lower back pain.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. Thanks so much for joining us today. And as Alex mentioned as we were going to the news break, it's true. I'm insisting on driving my baby girl to school one last year. She's a junior, and she just assumed she was going to be driving herself to school. But I'm not ready for that.
How foolish that 16 going on 17, she thought she could drive herself to school. Instead, now she's got to deal with dad going, "Hey, sweetie, have a great day. I love you."
That's right. She gets
right
one
in front of Brighton High School.
One more year of that. Now, are we making the right decision, or is it time to give up the reins? I like to take a more safety-oriented look at this. So we're actually joined right now on the line by Jason Mettman, who is the communications manager for the Department of Public Safety and the Highway Safety Office. Jason, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
What are the biggest? Ethan and I both have 16. I've got a 17 and a 16-year-old, and lots of kids in the hopper that are going to be wanting licenses later. What's the biggest? Like, why is it? I mean, obviously they're new drivers, but what is it that makes it? What do you think the real thing is that makes it to where this group is one of the most prone for the accidents?
The disasters.
It's hard because there's a reason why your insurance company sends those rates through the roof. Is because these folks tend to be the ones that get in the most accidents in those first couple of years and get the tickets in the most a couple of years. And so how do we mitigate that?
Well, first of all, you two are good dads doing the right thing by keeping safety top of mind. We appreciate that.
All right.
You're already on the right track.
Good.
So you can tell your daughter I said so. The reason why we want parents like you to pay attention is that teen drivers in Utah are 7% of the drivers that are out there on the road, but they are way overrepresented in the crashes. They're 23% of the crashes that we have.
Oh, geez.
So there's kind of a mismatch there. And the reason is that new drivers are new. They're still learning these skills. All of these things need to be taught and practiced and practiced and practiced.
Yeah.
And that practice doesn't come just in driver ed. It comes when dad's in the right seat, when mom's in the right seat, and you're going through the actual skills and tasks of driving step by step and making sure that they're getting it right every time and making positive criticism so that how they can improve. Those are the things just beyond that required 40 hours that are going to help get your kids across that finish line to school safely.
So do you have any idea what are some of the most common incidents that you see with teens? Because I can't imagine, I guess some of it might be speeding, although my experience with young teen drivers isn't that they're speed freaks. There are other things.
Yeah, so if we look at the top teenage driver contributing factors in crashes all across the state, there are three common things that always come to the top of this data. The first is following too closely. The second is a failure to yield the right of way, and a third is failed to keep in the proper lane. So from a data standpoint, a safety standpoint, that says to us is these behavior changes that need to happen with these teens and practice of doing it the right way with a parent in that right seat is going to help us reduce these crashes and fatalities and tragedies that these families are experiencing. So following too closely, that's a choice that a teen driver is making. That's a preventable choice. Failure to yield the right of way, that's a preventable choice. If you're missing that sign or that signal, or not yielding to a pedestrian or a cyclist out there, all of those are things that can be taught and that are preventable choices, so that everyone makes it home safe tonight.
What is it that you guys notice is an effective way of helping kids kind of before, for me it was, I was one of those teenage drivers when I was 17, and I lived in the Seattle area where it was wet on the roads all the time, and that was another big factor. Wet roads and cold conditions with the ice and all those things, you're not a very good driver in those places typically if you're a brand new driver too. And I didn't know how to handle it. I remember keeping my foot on the accelerator when I started to spin like on a road, and I was like, well, this isn't going to end well. Better keep my foot on the gas as long as I can. And so what are some of the things that you can do, or what you try to help kids to do kind of prior to or avoiding a first accident, so that they can, just kind of have some like backup pocket, hey, here are some basics, because the following closely is a good tip I think I could tell my kid like right off the bat. It's like, don't speed and all that, but you know what? When you're right close to that car, if you're not doing the 2-second rule, but what are some other things that you notice that teens can kind of grab onto that actually kind of sticks?
Well, that first one that you mentioned is a big one. Following too closely, that's all about reaction time and distractions, we find. So if you don't have enough space to react to a change in the roadway ahead of you, then you're going to end up in a crash. If you don't have that distance to be able to stop your vehicle, come to a complete stop, all of that's done by increasing that distance between you and the vehicle in front of you. And with regard to the weather that you mentioned, I got to worry about the adult drivers doing that properly as well.
Yep.
And the best way to do that is to make sure that your teen is practicing those driving skills in all of those situations before you cut them loose with the family car or with their own car. Make sure that parent is taking them on the night drives on those required hours in driver ed. Take that extra time to make sure that you're in a busy urban area and then in a rural area, on the freeway, on a side road, down an alley. Take all of those opportunities to experience all of those situations with your parent at hand, so that you can be answering questions and making commentary on that driving all the way through.
And so we can be yelling at them and cursing under our breath.
Hold on. I called you a good dad for keeping safety. No yelling.
Look, Ethan, I do the classic traditional move of gasping for no reason and
smashing your foot on the imaginary pedal,
or grabbing the dashboard. Oh, what are you doing? I can't believe it.
Well, I know what the stakes are.
Is in the handbook somewhere.
Yeah, is it?
It is.
I know what the stakes are. I had my first crash before I turned 17.
Yeah.
So I was still 16 when I had my first crash. So I definitely landed in the statistics for that year for sure. And boy, it was minor. Everyone was fine. Everything was fine. We all went on with our lives.
I did one.
But it could get so much worse. Now, my position on this, Jason, is I'm going to consider letting my daughter drive to school when she's a senior. But what do you think parents should look at when they're deciding whether or not to let their kids drive to school? Because we're in a little different situation. So my daughter's a new driver. She's a junior. Alex's son is a new driver. He's a sophomore. That's just kind of how the birthdays landed. Mm-hmm. So, these are different situations. What do you think parents should look at when they're considering whether or not to acquiesce to their kids' insistence that they be allowed to drive? I mean, other than being able to afford the insurance premium.
No, that is a factor. But first, let's start with the law. Is that those graduated driver license laws are in place for a reason.
Yeah.
And first of all, you have to get that required driving time in with your parent, a full 40 hours. 10 of those must be at night. You got to get those in. Don't fudge those numbers when you're logging those before you get your son or daughter a license. Next is going to be no passengers except an immediate family member until 6 months after receiving that license. We do that for a reason, because if a teen driver who's brand new has a passenger with them, their crash risk goes up 2 times with one passenger.
Yeah. Wow.
It's 3 times as likely to get into a crash if you have a second passenger with that teen driver. So it is shown in the data that making sure that you follow those driver license laws for new drivers is imperative, and parents have to be the front line on that. We can't enforce our way out of that. Unfortunately, what we see is we find them once they've already been in the crash, and then we have to have a tragic conversation, sometimes with a fatality.
So then I guess maybe quickly kind of gauging your child's maturity, can they say no to their peers when their peers say, hey, let's drive to McDonald's
or
for
the
lunch?
popular one, my mom says I'm allowed to. My mom is cool with it. It's like, I don't like your mom then.
The kids, it sounds like the kids need to be able to say, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, it has to be a rule. First of all, if you put anybody else in your car, make sure you're buckling up. Make sure that you're not driving distracted, and that, of course, you're never impaired. But that first line of defense is going to be, one, the law, and secondly, house rules. If you as a parent want to keep that rule in for a little bit longer until your teen feels confident and mentally ready to take on that difficult task of driving, do so. Give them all the space that they need to make a safe decision.
Yeah. Good advice.
Jason, I wanted to ask another one here. This is Ethan and I are in our mid to late 40s now, and I don't know where you are on that spectrum if you're in that same category. I'm not asking for your age, but I am.
We just can't see you very well on the screen.
I'm just wondering, like, the way that Ethan and I were taught to be afraid was they showed us these brutally disgusting videos when we were in driver's ed that were like fatal crashes, things like that. That was kind of the old norm. Is that something that's still used these days, of like freaking kids out, like, hey, here's what can happen. Let's show like the gruesome side of it, which is, you know, on the one hand, that was like the main way that they tried to scare kids into driving well, was you could end up like this, and they would show this, you know, the brutality of high speeds and crashes. Is the data gone away on that? Because I feel like it has kind of not really been something that's been emphasized in the past couple of decades.
Well, rather than scare tactics, we do want to give the teens a realistic picture of what can happen out there on the roads. Any student that takes driver ed through a public school, over 90% of high schools in Utah have the Zero Fatalities parent night.
Yeah.
It's a 1-hour class that you bring your parent with you, and you gotta sit through that and watch what the top causes and mitigations are for the 5 deadly behaviors out on the road. And some of that does involve talking about fatalities, talking about crash risk, and talking about what happens to a person's body if you're not buckled in and you're flying all around the car, and this is when fatalities happen.
Yeah.
So we do want to give a real picture about what can happen in a crash, and let teens know that there are ways that they can avoid it, and these crashes are preventable.
So Ethan, maybe it's gotten better in terms of how they present it, instead of just going, hey kids, here's mechanized death.
Oh,
and what was that the name of the old video?
Red
Asphalt.
yeah.
Mechanized death was the other one I think we watched when
I
was
watched
a teenager.
both. I watched both of those, and they were brutal. I mean, this is you give kids PTSD with those kind of films.
For sure.
I've been to the parent night 3 times now, and Jason, it is impactful. What they do is, instead of showing you, mutilated bodies on the roadside, which is what we used to watch, they had this last one. They had a very, very powerful short film where they interviewed kids about whether or not they use their phone while driving. And all these kids copped to it. Oh, yeah, I do. I will. Sometimes, it's fine. I do it safely. I know how to do it safely. And then they had to sit down with a young woman who had been paralyzed in a texting and driving crash. And they had to sit down and talk to that person. And it was that was powerful, because those kids suddenly got so freaked out. Some of them started crying. I mean, it really was, it was powerful, because you saw that this was a real person, that the crash wasn't just a news event, that this person was now paralyzed because someone else was texting while driving. And it was a moment for sure.
It is sobering to have those teens look at that situation and go, wow, this kid is my age.
Yeah.
They're now missing out on their sports, their family activities, their all of these things that they love to do as teens because someone made a poor choice on the road.
Yeah.
It's so important to be able to speak in a real way with these teens. These parents that are involved, these teens are half as likely to speed, 70% less likely to drink and drive, 2 times more likely to buckle up if parents are willing to sit down and have a real conversation about safety with them. The statistics show that all the way through. So please make sure you're having that conversation with your kids about what really happens.
Yeah, it's great advice.
Jason Mettman, he's the communications manager for the Utah Department of Public Safety. Always nice to be able to chat with you, and we'll get with you again on anything that has to do with Ethan's children and his parenting style when it comes to driving.
I can't let go, Jason. I'm not ready for any of this.
That's okay. You tell your daughter I said it's fine.
There you go. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate it. There you go. Jason Mettman, everybody. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. I'm glad we worked through it. 2 days in a row of trying to work Ethan through the ups and downs of parenting a child as they go through it. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We got more around the corner. Stay with us. It is KSL Brightside.
Hi, I'm Maria Chaleos, and I'd like to tell you about my podcast, the KSL News Daily. Every weekday morning, we'll deliver one story explored in depth, plus the 3 things you need to know before your day begins.
But this is new. This is where we human beings are able to trick AI.
This is news with context from the journalists you trust.
Agencies were less than willing to speak with us about this.
Find and follow the KSL News Daily at kslpodcast.com or wherever you listen.
Thinking about replacing your windows? Choose the company that builds and installs them right here in Utah. Advanced Window Products is Utah's local window and door manufacturer that sells directly to homeowners. Hi, I'm Nate Orchard, the mayor of Sac Lake City with Advanced Window Products. At Advanced Window Products, there are no dealer fees, no middleman markups, and no extra costs to cover someone else's profit. From manufacturing to installation, every step is handled by Advanced Window Products' local team. Every window is custom built in Salt Lake City for Utah's homes and backed by one of the strongest warranties in the industry, a lifetime warranty covering labor, glass, and parts. Even better, it's fully transferable to the next homeowner. Right now, get $2,000 off when you purchase 10 or more windows. Financing is available, and Dominion Energy rebates may help you save even more. Call 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. Or visit us at advancedwindows.com. That's 801-850-9100 or advancedwindows.com.
Summer gave us vacations, backyard cookouts, afternoons by the pool, and memories we'll be talking about for years. But it also gave our homes muddy footprints, food spills, pet accidents, everything that comes with a summer well lived. Before everyone settles back into school and busy fall routines, give your home the summer send-off it deserves with Zero-Res carpet and air ducts cleaning. Using patented technology instead of sticky soaps or harsh chemicals, Zero-Res cleans carpets and air ducts the right way. That means carpets stay cleaner longer, dry in hours instead of days, and it's safe for kids, pets, and your HVAC system. Upgrade your 3-room special for free. You get a 4th room clean for free with your 3-room special when you use code UPGRADE. You'll also get 20% off air duct cleaning with code DUCT20. Keep the summer memories. Get rid of the summer messes with Zero-Res. Call 866-ZERO-RES or visit ZeroRes.com. Spelled the same forwards or backwards. Zero-Res is the right way to clean. Some of the most meaningful jewelry is the jewelry we never wear. It sits tucked away in a drawer. A ring from a grandmother. A pendant from years gone by. Pieces filled with stories, but not part of your everyday life. Duke's Jewelers believes those pieces deserve more. For over 75 years, Duke's Jewelers has helped families reimagine heirloom jewelry, transforming what once was into something you'll love wearing today and pass down tomorrow. Whether it's resetting a stone, redesigning a ring, or creating something entirely new, Duke's Jewelers will guide you through every step, right there in the store. And if you have jewelry that no longer fits your story, Duke's Jewelers also buys gold, offering a simple, transparent way to turn it into something meaningful again. Bring in what you have and create something you'll never want to take off. Duke's Jewelers on Main Street in Springville, where your story continues.
Progressive knows you've got plenty of things to worry about.
What time does the kids' practice end? How long has that check engine light been on? Are takeout containers microwave safe?
So the last thing you should have to worry about is what to do if something unexpected happens on the road. That's why if you're ever in a major accident, Progressive's accident response can detect it and send help. It's just one less thing to worry about.
How long does chicken last in the fridge?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Your lunch hour just got more interesting on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary, and we got a text from Martin. You know, we were chatting with Jason who was with the Department of Public Safety, and we're talking about teen drivers and things like that. The topics that Alex and I are kind of going through right now. And super interesting, great information. But Alex mentioned those old films that used to show us red asphalt, things like that.
See, and you and I grew up around the same time frame. Like I was in driver's ed.
I was a couple of years ahead of you, but yeah,
right around the same time. Kind of
that same generation.
90s, driver's ed, 80s driver's ed, 70s driver's ed. You were watching the bloody news, or you were watching the bloody movies in driver's ed as like a rite of passage almost. Like, dude, did you see that video they showed us? Could you believe that guy?
The worst.
And the whole thing was just to scare the heck out of you so that you would slow down or whatever.
This texter said, one of my kids, this was Martin, one of my kids was shown the driver's ed videos in a training school, and they decided not to get their license because it was too much.
It is gross. It's terrifying.
You know what I bet happened to a lot of young people? I bet after watching those videos, I bet a lot of young people decided to not become police officers. That's what I bet.
Yeah.
Because
county coroners.
Because that's who was out there picking up the pieces literally were police officers.
Yes.
And
I'm not into it.
And I bet a lot of young people looked at
not
and thought,
into it.
You know what?
I'm always blown away because I'm like, all right, did we have to have that photographer get that close to the scene to take the pictures? And then later they're like, oh, sorry, there was that one picture on there that had kind of some graphic stuff on there we didn't know. It kind of snuck through, but there was a ton of blood on the ground. You're like, yeah, we probably shouldn't have shown that.
What snuck through? It was wall-to-wall gore.
And you guys went and took a photographer there and took pictures of it.
And then let's see here. Oh, and we got this text. If your child has a driver's license, let them drive. If the state trusts them, you should too. Quit being overbearing.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, they're talking about me.
But how did you treat it with the boys? How did you treat it with your boys? How long did you drive them?
Look, I will admit, and I'm not saying that I'm not
trying to beat you up over it, but did you treat the boys differently?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
All right.
I did. I was. How do I say this?
A fool. What?
I treated the boys differently with their license than I'm treating.
Look, you have to know your kid, though, which you do. Our oldest, like I knew from the get-go that kind of driving was kind of for him. Like he's a very like detail-oriented, The second boy is less of like the detail-oriented type, but he is more cautious. You know what I mean? Like I would actually say at the very beginning here, he's a better driver than the older brother was, even though the older brother I felt like on paper was a better driver. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The older one had too much confidence, which is another thing, right? You can get too confident. The kids can get too confident when they roll out there. And our second driver, he's more cautious. And to his credit, he's like, no, I'm not going to go out there and think that I'm gangbusters and don't worry, I got this. I already know, Dad. I know. He's more like, oh, yeah, I got to consider that.
Yeah.
And I think that my daughter, when it's her time, I mean, she's only 14, like she's going to be more cautious too. She's one of those that is just kind of more like I don't know if I'm good enough driver at this. She'll have a little bit less confidence. You give them that confidence in time and experience, right?
Yeah.
Just like, hey, you can't cheat the 40 hours you do as the parent. I love when they want to get in and drive. I have kids who are like, I want to drive. When they have their permit, I want to drive. Sure, perfect. Let's do it. Because you need the hours, and I need to get used to being okay with it. Like, that's half of it as a parent. I need to get used to being okay with it, sitting in the car, letting her drive. But there are times that my wife and I have come home and gone, I don't know if they're ready, man. Like, he was kind of half paying attention there. Like, I had to be like, hey, don't forget, you're driving here, man.
I need to get past myself on this. I just need to get past myself.
I think that because she doesn't have her license yet, log more hours, and it's actually more practice for you. Think about it as being more practice for you of just being okay with her driving.
Yeah.
And less about whether or not. Now, I have the tendency to be like, no. And it's like, stop getting mad, Dad. And I'm like, I wasn't mad. I was just nervous.
What if I just got her one of those Uber teen accounts?
Instagram teen, Uber teen, ChatGPT teen.
Let's see here. Alex, can I? Oh, no, we've got to go.
We got to take a break.
There's one thing I wanted to mention. I'll do it after the break, and that is that we've got a new world record holder here in the state of Utah.
Okay.
And I want to tell you.
I want to hear what it's for, and then we'll also, when we come back, tell you the details on how to win a KSL Brightside T-shirt that are now officially in the office. We have a box of them. It's only one box, so. It's a limited run here. We'll tell you how to be able to get one of those limited KSL Brightside T-shirts. Stay right here after news, traffic, and weather.
2:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Claire Scott. KSL's top story this hour. The governor's top housing advisor says Utah lawmakers could soon make it easier to build smaller homes around the state. KSL News Radio's Adam Small has details.
The governor's senior advisor for housing strategy, Steve Waldrop, tells me there are a few things driving the skyrocketing cost of housing in Utah. Two of them being most of our homes are around 2,800 square feet on average, and because it can take years just to get approval to build a home. Waldrop now says he expects lawmakers to try to solve these issues in the next legislative session in January with a goal of streamlining the process to build smaller homes around the state. He says that could include having pre-approved home designs and land already set aside to build those homes on.
Waldrop says he believes doing this will help make housing more affordable to those looking to break into the market. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Oman, an ally to the U.S., has been negotiating with Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Now President Trump is threatening to bomb them if they get in the way with his negotiations over the strait.
He had done this back in May when Oman was working with Iran to come up with a plan for how the strait could be managed. Oman is a key U.S. ally in the region, so it is significant that the president is once again putting this threat on the table. But, to see him do that, it seems unlikely, given that we haven't seen U.S. strikes against Iran in several weeks at this point. But Oman has tried to play this role of mediator, working with Iran to come up with a strategy for the strait.
ABC's Karen Travers reporting. Coming up, temperatures are climbing. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:31.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
Wow, this is the time of year when the temperatures are off the chart. And it's not the time for us to go into our backyards where it is so warm, fire up the hot grill, and then slap on a steak, and then stand there and try to make it taste as good as Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. First of all, it's impossible. So why not just go to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse for the best meal you have had all summer long? The steaks cooked to perfection, other wonderful entrees as well, from seafood to poultry, you name it, the side dishes, the desserts. You don't have to do the cleanup. You don't have to stand there over the hot grill. You just sit back in that air-conditioned comfort with the people you love, and you have a dining experience that you're going to remember. Hotel Park City up in Summit County, there's a Ruth's Chris there, and downtown Salt Lake City, 275 Southwest Temple.
My friend Joey means well.
Always remember that the early bird gathers no moss.
But he gets a little confused.
You can't make a silk purse out of a wooden nickel.
Like Joey, many of us can be confused when it comes time to plan for retirement. When to take Social Security, how to use that 401k, what about the stock market, taxes, and Medicare? Todd Kim at Galileo Wealth Management can help to simplify retirement planning. His goal is to have you walk into retirement with confidence, not worry, and to address the number one concern among retirees today, the fear of running out of money. Call Galileo Wealth today for a no-cost, no-obligation meeting to talk about the details of your retirement. 385-247-7000. It's 385-247-7000 or online, GalileoWealth.com. And remember,
one man's trash is thicker than water. Of course, water's not thick at all. It's watery.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Cormac Bone.
A couple of light delays on northbound I-15. First, northbound approaching Bangerter Highway, and then southbound approaching 7200 South in Midvale. Just a little slow in both those areas. And we do still have this crash in Lehigh westbound Pioneer Crossing. They are still blocking that right lane and adding to the normal congestion at Saratoga Road. Looks like eastbound actually is very heavy right now. Attention property managers, customers see your parking lot before seeing your lobby. Make the first thing unforgettable with GoPave Utah. Seal coating, crack sealing, striping, patching across the Wasatch Front. Visit at GoPaveUtah.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
A high of 94 today with partly cloudy skies. We're looking at 96 tomorrow, 100 on Thursday, and then cooler over the weekend as a thunderstorm rolls through. Right now it is 93 and partly cloudy. I'm Claire Scott from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at KSLNewsRadio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Alex, that's a great way to get your kids off social media.
And Alex Curie.
Yeah, my real goal with the new social media stuff is to show up on my kids' feed.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Okay, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I wanted Alex to share with you, because I know there's something else we wanted to do this segment as well. But
I think you got to have to clear things up though first.
I do. So Matthew Left Hand, which is kind of a cool name, is Utah endurance cyclist. And listen to what happened. On July 29th, he became the first rider in history to average more than 30 miles per hour over 200 miles on a certified road course using a standard upright bike. He averaged 30.11 miles per hour riding an aerodynamic time trial bike back and forth over a 61-mile pancake flat stretch of Highway 17 in the San Luis Valley in Colorado, I want to say. He also set records for...
It wasn't all downhill.
No, it was flat. He also set records for 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers, 100 miles, and total distance covered in 6 hours. That was certified by the Guinness World Records in partnership with the World Ultra Cycling Association. Isn't that amazing?
What's crazy to me is that, like, you remember when I used to ride from my house to the office? I used to ride all the time. Going 30 miles an hour down a hill is actually kind of difficult. I say that, like, I mean, it's a little bit facetious, but I mean, like, maintaining 30 miles an hour on a flat road for how long? 20 miles? Is that what it was?
No.
200 miles.
200 miles, yeah.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Now listen to this. Here's what is as impressive about this guy. 5 years ago, he weighed 270 pounds and had never really ridden a bike.
All right. See, these are the stories we don't need to mention in the show just because it makes us feel bad. Great. You've accomplished your weight goals.
He started exercising, eating right, and training for marathons. She had 100 pounds, but he was getting injured running.
So
see,
that's I've had that same thing, but like the cycling, I got into for a while, and
Did you get injured just as much?
No, but I did fall a couple of times. I didn't get injured, but I kind of screwed myself up. Plus, when we moved from Salt Lake up to Fruit Heights, there was like no place for me to ride. That's not true, but I mean, I'm saying I commuted to work on the bike.
Yeah.
And I would commute home on the bike. And obviously that kind of went away. And then when you get to a new house, and they actually had a thing where you could hang bikes up in the rafters of the garage. The guy had put it in the previous thing.
Yeah.
So we hung the bikes up in the rafters of the garage on these hooks, these specialized hooks.
And they haven't come down since?
No, they came down when I sold them. I took pictures, and I sold, because I had a nice road bike.
Yeah.
And I sold it, and I was like, and I don't actually regret it at all. I do not regret it at all, but I will not start running again. I will say that people need to, like, the whole thing, cycling, running. I am really glad for all the people who have found those communities. I'm trying to figure out which one of the groups is the more like
fun to hang out with.
Well, least fun to hang out with. Like, just cannot stop talking about it. Cyclists are like that. Marathoners and half marathoners are like that.
Yeah.
But I think that the CrossFit crowd is actually one of the more difficult ones to deal with.
Now, the CrossFit is the crowd that can transfer unexpectedly or maybe expectedly, but very quickly into cult territory.
Yeah. Yes.
You got to be careful.
So,
all right, Alex.
But all these people we're just jealous of because of their workout routines, and you've done it, but we haven't.
We've been on a mission to bring the KSL comment section to the airwaves. So, are you ready for this? We're going to do a segment of KSL comment board dinner theater.
Oh, we did have the open at one point. Now
I
just have the music in front of me. Hold on, I got to find dinner theater now because
maybe Corey's got it.
Let me look here because I have the. Oh, here we go. I have the open here, but I actually have the music as well. But here we go. Let's kick it off.
And message boards get way out of hand, or you just need some spicy drama in your life. This is Comment Section Dinner Theater.
Okay, now do you have the comments? Because do you have them in front of you? Because Caitlin put them into our rundown. So you should have. No, they're in the separate page.
Oh, I got it right here.
You got
it.
Okay,
I got it. All right.
So here's the story for today. The story for today is Pinkbox Donuts has opened their first Utah location on State Street in Sandy. The grand opening was a host of big crowds and long lines once again.
Where was it? In Sandy?
In Sandy.
There was one that was going to open in American Fork. What's the obsession? So
I've never been. So
Pinkbox is out of Vegas. Is that right?
Out of Las Vegas. So they are here now. They are here now. They opened a store in State Street in Sandy. This was covered on KSL.com. Now let's turn to the comments.
Before we get into it, I do want to bring up, you and I both brought up that the here's our comment section dinner theater music here. We don't need another one of these places, right?
I question
between you and I, just between you and I, listeners, be darned for a second. We don't need another donut shop, don't we? We have better donuts than most people.
We have really good donuts, and it's a little bit awkward too to see a newcomer who hasn't been with us for a long time.
Yeah.
They kind of roll in, and then we shower them with all this media coverage.
We worship them because they're from out of state.
But it's like, when was the last time we did an article like this for,
Banbury?
Fresh Donuts in Delhi or Banbury or Dunford or any of the other great donut places we have?
Okay, Millard.
I just feel like we should have. So you want me to kick it off?
Kick it off here. These are actual comments in the comment section on KSL.com. What do you have?
Had it, overpriced, immature, way too sweet, not great.
Immature for a donut?
And too sweet for those weird critique.
My question is, what makes a donut immature? Okay.
Pink.
Sorry, we'll keep going.
The pink.
It's Utah, and they're selling sugar. I'm 100% certain they're going to be fine without your approval.
If you have eaten the donuts, you have an opinion. I think they are a fad. A dozen donuts should not be the price they become. These donuts are like cakes. They're way too sweet. They're not my favorite either. Definitely better donut places than this.
I agree. Inflation is ridiculous right now. Glad you've finally come around to that fact. Secondly, as we said above, it's Utah. And if this company is selling sugar, I'm 100% certain they're going to find out without your approval. No one is forcing you to buy donuts. Give your leader a campaign donation instead.
Oh, wow.
Sure.
So there's 1, 2, 3. So our fourth comment in on an article about donuts.
We already got your leadership.
We're already into politics.
Well, not just that. Donate your donut money you were going to spend to your local campaign.
Donuts did not just get this expensive in the last year and a half. And by the way, he's your president too, unless you're moving to Canada, which I bet
you won't. Prove it. He's not my president. And no, I'm not moving. I don't blindly support corruption and convicted felons. Where's the donut article?
Can we get back on the donuts, please? Keep going.
Billionaire con man would make their lives a lot better, ending up making it worse and destroying our country in the process. Just because he's the president doesn't mean he deserves my support. My support is earned and not demanded. Secondly, the price of donuts is determined by the cost of ingredients and the profit margin. So they do not cost more than inflation was lower. If inflation was lower, take an economics class.
He is your president, and this article is about donuts. Biden was unfortunately my president, and his inflation was 9.1%.
So an article about donuts, and you bring up Biden. LOL.
Pretty sure the conversation is about donuts. Why you brought in Canada and who someone president is was a head scratcher.
Inflation is 3.4%, which is not good. But it's a lot gooder than Biden's 9.1.
Oh, it's a lot gooder.
It does say a lot gooder.
Wish we could add animated GIF responses. Here I would add, well, that escalated quickly by Will Ferrell from Anchorman. Some posters can't help themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I love describing, using words to describe an emoji.
You could still get a dozen decent assorted donuts at Lucky's for about $8. Well, I don't know where Lucky's is, but that sounds like that's an inflation bust right there. They were about $6 until Biden, though. They might not even be as sugary as Pinkbox, but they'll do for a third of the price.
Count on one of the usuals to turn an article about donuts into a political dumpster fire.
Yeah. Fad? Go to Vegas and see that Fad should have started there years ago, and that Fad lines up around the block. We've been to them down there, and those donuts are excellent.
So much for the word of wisdom. Sugar is never consumed in moderation in Happy Valley.
We got politics immediately.
And then religion.
Then we got religion.
Religion within 25
Pretty
comments.
close, too. Seriously, yes, obviously it's a gimmick. We better have donut, and we have better donut places, but it's Sandy. Most of the good people of Sandy probably aren't making it to fresh before they sell out. They're the same people that keep places like Swig and Crumble in business. This donut place will do well, and the people in those lines will be happy with what they're buying. Capitalism, baby. Also, the kids love it. And also, everything is expensive and crappy. This isn't some horrific exception to everything being reasonably priced and high quality.
Oh, goodness.
Anything else catch your fancy on there?
We just went through those just one after another. I've read them from the start.
No worries. Ozempic will fix it. Yep, pump those bodies full of sugar diabetes.
Sugar diabetes.
Yeah. Crumble cookie on a donut, question mark? Now, that one I agree with. They probably have jumped the shark on that. Yeah, tons of comparisons to crumble donuts, or crumble cookies as a donut. All right.
Ryan texted in, he says, cancel Alex. Pinkbox is elite. Maple Old Fashioned can't be touched. I love a Maple Old Fashioned.
I don't know. I'm not, what is he saying cancel about? Oh, because
cancel
I said,
you.
I'm just asking, do we need another one?
And then Bob texted in, no one beats Bowman's Kaysville for donuts.
I will say, Bowman's is pretty elite as well. And they have a drive-through.
Donut shops secretly make the hole so they can sell you less dough while charging you for the same donut. The real conspiracy, they're selling you the air in the middle. Now, that's interesting.
That's why I only buy the ones that don't have the hole and they're filled with the yellow jelly.
They're filled with purple.
Yeah.
Purple's a fruit.
Give me the yellow or the purple. All right, we'll take a break. We've got our AI question of the day next. We've got more as we get you ready for Utah's afternoon news. Stay right here. More to go. It's KSL Brightside.
What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Wilson with Any Hour Services, and if you have a drain that's clogged or backed up, after you've tried the plungers and products, the next step usually involves some kind of drain snake or cabling equipment. You see, sometimes the blockage is far enough down the line that you need special equipment that most homeowners just don't have. That's where the Drains Department at Any Hour Services can help. A drain snake can clear most blockages and get the water flowing again, and clearing blocked drains is what our Drains Department does day in and day out. So if you're a homeowner with a drain line that's clogged or backed up and you'd like one of our drain technicians to come and snake the line for you, it's only $29. Yep, you heard that right. Any Hour Services will snake any drain line with normal access for only $29. Sinks, showers, tubs, toilets, floor drains, laundry drains, even that sewer main line that connects to the city. We'll snake any line for just $29. For help with your drain issues, call Any Hour Services at 801-443-7700. You can Google Any Hour Services. You can even schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
Ready to win some seriously awesome prizes? This week, KSL.com/win is the place to be. You could score tickets to cheer on the Utah Royals or Real Salt Lake or rock out at Aerofest featuring Styx in Chicago at the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. And if music is your thing, you could also win tickets to see the Utah Symphony at Abravanel Hall. There's something for every kind of fan. So why not enter? Head to KSL.com/win. Get your entries in and you could be our next winner. Good luck.
Let's face it, it's time to give your finances a serious glow up. Hi, I'm Susan Spears, a certified public accountant and host of the all-new podcast, Talk to Your CPA. Think of this as your ultimate money guide, packed with actionable tips for every stage of life. Starting a family, college, a business, retirement. We'll cover it all and call on a deep bench of money experts to share their best strategies. And when I switch into CPA mode, we'll cut through the jargon to uncover hidden tax breaks or financial nuggets that might work for you, like special deductions for tax earners, tax wins at age 65, and benefits when you buy a new car, or just how to stretch your dollar. The first episode drops soon, so subscribe to Talk to Your CPA on your favorite podcast platform today. Because true financial freedom isn't about ditching your daily latte. It's about uncovering hidden hacks to launch a financial glow-up that keeps on glowing.
Talk to Your CPA is proudly powered by the Utah Association of CPAs.
I want to extend an invitation to stop hiding in the back of photos. I know what that feels like.
Mm-hmm.
How long can you hold your breath for the photo before you finally have to let it out?
Yeah.
You don't have to do that anymore once you go through Soda Diet and Nutrition, because they will change how you look. I let go of 70 pounds in 5 months.
And I let go of 37 pounds in 3 months. And I remember when I used to wear jackets even in 100 degrees in the summer because I wanted something to cover my waist. Do you know how fun it is to be able to tuck a T-shirt in? This is the simple things in life. Tucking a shirt, wearing shorts, and not feeling self-conscious is awesome.
Putting a belt on that goes right below your belly button where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was possible. And then it was because of Soda Diet and Nutrition.
Right now, you can get 4 weeks for free by calling 866-800-SODA and just mentioning KSL.
But the time's running out to take advantage of this, so call 866-800-SODA, mention KSL, and get 4 weeks free because soda is, say it with me, Amanda, state of the art.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes...
Is that a new bump on your dog's neck? Or is that bump just a part of his neck? Could be a bug bite or something way worse.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Wait, there's another bump right by the first bump.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex, the show you didn't know you needed and still don't on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary, wrapping up the show. This is our last segment. This person texted in, I joined the conversation late. What in the hockey sticks are we talking about? Donuts in the president?
Yeah, no. It was our comment dinner theater.
It was our KSL Comment Board dinner theater. We have been committed, Alex and I for years have been kicking this idea around. How do you get the magic and sharp expert analysis of the KSL comment boards onto the
airwaves? Yeah.
And we think we've cracked it. This is maybe our third KSL comment board dinner theater.
So, and they just keep getting weirder, except for I think we see a pretty predominant theme here, which is It gets political. It doesn't matter the theme.
It was.
It will go political. It will go political, religious, and then we'll also go BYU versus Utah at some point.
Yeah.
Illegal immigration also becomes a big thing there, but that's politics, right?
But this was the story was about Pinkbox Donuts opening in Sandy, and it took us 4 comments to get to politics and maybe 20 comments to get to religion.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Good donuts. Donuts brings everybody around, dude. I haven't had the Pinkbox Donuts yet.
I never have either, but I'll try.
Yeah, I mean, look, if they're at the office, I'm going to try them. You know what I mean? Like, if they're at the office, I'll try them. I'm not driving to Sandy to get a box of donuts, but also because I'd be driving past 2 Banbury Cross and Fresh Donuts and Deli to get there. And like a commenter said, too, I would put the Bowman's Donuts.
I've never had Bowman's.
I know. You should come up. Because I think the Bowman's Donuts are really good. And
They better be, because I'm going to drive past Fresh Donuts and Deli, Banbury Cross, and about 2 dozen places that sell Dunford.
Yeah, you're right. I'll actually just bring the Bowman's at some point.
Bring them in.
Yeah. I'll tell you my move. Because we lived by Banbury for a long time when we were in East Salt Lake. And so it was just like a 5-minute drive down the hill to go to the Banbury.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't matter what time of the day it was. I just said, whatever the hottest things are right now,
that's
just
what you want.
Put 1 dozen of them in a
In
box.
a bag.
And when you have a hot donut from Banbury Cross, unbeatable.
It's tough to beat. Can I pivot briefly to some more, a little bit of more news?
Oh, I thought you were going to say more food. Yeah, sure.
A little bit of more news.
Yes, love it.
Terrible day in the market today. Did you see this?
Oh.
S&P off 0.69%, NASDAQ off 1.33.
Yeah, it's not good.
So just a bad day. So hopefully it won't last, but this is a weird time. This is a weird time to be invested. It's a weird time to be watching the stock market. Part of the problem is bond yields were up. So when bond yields are up, that usually hurts the stock market.
I said that to my kids this morning before I left the house. When bond deals are up.
You explain that to your kids?
And then I walk out
Make
the
sure
door.
they know. Make sure they understand.
See you after work.
Especially if they're going to be buying real estate anytime soon.
All right, Miller.
Financing real estate.
I have all these people getting in my ear about, Alex doesn't know a thing about donuts. Hey, he doesn't know a thing about donuts.
It's a donut.
It is. It's Ich bin ein Berliner. Yeah, remember the old Eddie Izzard bit? Yeah. He's a donut. Let's get to our AI question of the day because I have one, so let's do it.
When Google just isn't enough and thinking for yourself is just too hard, here's your AI question of the day.
I asked Copilot, I said, hey, Copilot, you doing okay today?
What did it say?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Doing okay, thanks. You? And I said, great. And then I said, no, I don't want to hear any more about you. This isn't about you.
Are you polite to your AI agents
I try
and
not
like
to be
Siri
anymore.
and things like that?
No, because you taught me how to not be. I get down there and go, hey, whatever it was you were doing, Copilot, shut it down. Shut up and attend to my business.
You can't let them be overly like, you don't want them to be overdoing it with you.
Friendly, yeah.
Because then they're not going to give you good advice.
I don't want an informal chat agent.
No.
Yeah.
But you still should be polite.
Copilot, I said, hey, Copilot, we're having a fight over the perfect donut here in the state of Utah. I don't want you to recommend me a place, okay? Because that it goes off the thing. I said, but what makes a perfect donut?
Okay.
What makes the perfect donut?
Okay.
So it says number one. Any guesses on what the number one thing is to make a perfect donut?
I mean, I know what it is for me, but I don't know.
What is it, sweetness? What is it?
No, it's texture for me.
Number one is texture.
Yeah.
Crisp but slightly firm on the outside.
Yeah.
Slightly airy and tender on the inside and light.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't go for a cake donut.
See, I'm a cake donut guy, but it's not out of the
right.
out of the
same
game
principle.
You with a cake
little bit
donut,
more crisp, yeah.
You want to be crispy on the outside, and then you want to
nice
have a good
crumb.
solid center.
Yeah.
But
freshness. Now that contributes a lot to
100%.
texture.
Yeah, 100%.
Ideally eaten within hours of frying or baking. A great donut has noticeable differences in texture on the exterior and interior.
Yeah.
Fat and sweetness balance. You want enough richness to taste indulgent, but also not so greasy that your mouth feels coated. That's a problem that some people make.
Yeah,
they get a
coated
dough
mouth,
that
yeah.
grabs the oil. Same with the sugar. Do not make it aggressively sweet. And I don't know, when we put all the stuff on top of the donut, Ethan, the Oreo bits and the frosting, then we're getting into territory that is going contrary to what the tenets of good donut making are.
The more decoration on the donut, I get suspicious that it's covering up a poor quality donut.
If there's a gummy worm coming out of the middle of it,
no.
I get what you're trying to do here, and that's to sell it to my kids. But take that and stuff it. I like a gummy worm, not in this context. All right?
I'm always afraid that that's how they get rid of their day-old glazed donuts.
Oh, yeah.
It's just putting a bunch of candy on
They
it.
cover it up, and then they cover it with Oreos, and then they go, oh, look, we put a thing on it. Don't notice it. It's 2 days old.
Yeah.
And then it says good dough plus good frying plus good sugar equals a good donut.
A good donut,
All
yeah.
right?
Yep, I can
So
tell
there you
that.
go.
My grandpa's Donuts at Millard's Donuts.
Oh, here comes the family plug.
In up in Idaho Falls back in the day.
Does it still exist?
No. The building's still there, but it's a like a music venue, a bar now.
So were they square or anything? What was it that made that different?
No. My grandpa's were malted donuts.
Ah.
Yeah, that was it. They were spud nuts. So
Oh,
these
they had
flours,
the potato flour.
They were malted spud nuts is basically was his thing. And they were
why-
popular.
I wonder why they went out of business. Come on down and get some malted spud nuts. Excuse you? The kids these days would not understand.
The further north you